57 times. Yeah, it's very catchy. Yeah, you're just like, oh shit. Yeah, damn. There's a comment that's just like, could you imagine like the episode where Squidward gets like his toenail removed, and then it just cuts to this, and it's just like, oh damn. Yeah, I suppose there's a tonal dissonance. I just wish they had a Romaji for the lyrics though. I know most of them. They're just a few sentences that are a bit. Oh, I feel like we had this conversation. Yeah. You would roll your R's, which would be interesting. There'd be no L's because the L and R share the same function. Arigato gozaimasu. I mean, it's like how my friend, he's like Arabic and he's dating a Spanish girl, and the family thought he was just Spanish because he just pronounced whatever they said pretty perfectly, and it's just like, oh, we just do the same shit. Honestly, with like our R's and shit. They're very interesting things. We're supposed to hear. SpongeBob. Boku no. SpongeBob. Boku Rano. It's a very good song.
You know, I muted you before you started singing.
Before I started singing?
Yeah.
Oh, so I've been singing. It's a good song. It really is catchy.
Yeah, it's weirdly catchy.
SquarePants.
Hello.
Mina.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So as you can see, we have a problem.
What's the problem?
We're in jail.
This is a jail cell? I can't tell.
Yeah, look, if I remove myself, you can see the toilet.
Andy, we bought this property. Well, you bought this. I don't even think you bought this property. I think you just claimed this place.
Squatters, what is it? 30 days? Squatters' rights?
Yeah, well, all I remember is last time you knocked me out, I woke up and we went past the nice room, which was like a lounge, and then you brought me here. So I don't think this is a prison cell.
No, but like, we're actually not in our house. Remember how last week we were in Area 51?
Oh. I guess I must be a drug trip. All right.
Yeah.
How do we get out? I mean, this place is old. Doesn't look like it could hold well.
I can probably just like chew through the wall.
Okay.
You know, I'm a little beaver.
Yeah.
Like I joke, but like, I don't think I've ever shown you a picture of my teeth, but I actually do have like pretty large front teeth. I do look like a little beaver-like.
Oh, you got the buck teeth? That's cute.
And I also have like weirdly long and like thick fangs.
Yeah, you've told me about your canines. They're pronounced.
Yeah, I'm a vampire beaver.
Ew. Poor trees. Wait, are you vegan or are you vegan or a meat eater? This is a complex existence.
Yeah, it's an existential nightmare. What do I eat? Every time I want to eat something, it's like, what do I eat? Do I eat a tree? Do I eat a person?
Well, beavers don't even really eat wood, right? They eat some sort of like fibrous tissue thing or whatever from the tree.
Yeah, like they use the wood to build stuff.
Yeah.
Blood oranges.
Oh, there you go.
Why did like? Oh, I sometimes I like.
I don't like blood oranges.
No,
they're way too sour.
Sometimes I think that like the subtitles are intentionally like misreading me.
Twitch has subtitles?
No, but I have an extension that like automatically like. I have an extension that uses like speech recognition to try and subtitle me.
Yeah, I'm using it right now on the regular caption thing, and it is kind of a coin flip with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even registering me. Blow oranges. Oh.
Yeah, it only registers me because the way it works, you have to assign it one specific audio source.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I said blood. I said blood oranges. What do you mean blood oranges?
Hmm. Hmm.
And what was the one with Captain Faust? I forgot about Captain Faust. There was something.
Does that sound familiar?
There was something about Captain Faust. But I forgot what it said.
Captain Faust?
No, that was like a while ago. Like it misremembered something, and it became it mistranslated something, and it became very lewd, very lewd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from a game that you haven't played.
Which game?
Project Wingman.
My brain was immediately going like, is it the one that's the spiritual successor of the airplane game, or is it the airplane game? It's like...
Yeah, it's the spirit. And I don't like that whole like this. It is from like the DLC story, and it's so funny because like what do you? Her name is Captain Faust. What did you expect she was going to do?
Oh yeah, I remember you.
Of course the deal. Of course the deal was going to go sideways. Of course the deal was going to go sideways.
That's a funny thing considering I'm playing like Marvel Midnight Suns and there are characters that are like named shit that just sounds inherently evil and you're just like, this can only go one way.
Yeah, it's like, are the X-Men Marvel?
Yes. What are you talking about? Are they Marvel?
I don't know. I don't like superheroes, man.
They're
I don't watch
Marvel
superhero movies.
Rivals. Wolverine was in Marvel Rivals.
I
What do
don't
you
know. I
think?
only play as women.
You're such a fucking. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like, yeah. Okay, so like, I was just going to say uh, like, isn't there a guy on that called like literally called Doctor Doom?
Well, yeah, Doctor. Well, I mean, Doctor Doom doesn't front. He's just. Well, you can make arguments of how evil he is. Apparently, like, because he's like a dictator of his own country, but his own people love him because he's got like crime in Latveria is 0% because who the hell is going to piss off Doom? They have universal health care, no diseases, high life expectancy, and I think he just kind of takes care of their base rudimentary needs.
Uh, Doctor Doom.
But but he's like the lawful evil. He's like, you will have all of these things taken care of, but you must subjugate yourself to me completely.
Yeah, but we have rules.
Yeah.
We have rules. We play by the rules. Nobody gets hurt. I can tolerate that, I guess.
I mean, there's a world where Doctor Doom like is, I think God, and then everyone's kind of just okay, except aside from the subjugation part. I think even like some sort of God spirit's like, oh man, you're an asshole, but you're not exactly wrong. So I'll just let you chill.
Yeah, you're not evil. You're just a huge fucking dick.
Yeah, your debate, like your results show, but no, I think it was mostly like, yeah, no, you might just be evil, but your results do show. So I'm at an impasse here.
Yeah, but I feel like
he's also Reed Richards' like biggest hater, which is like one of the funniest things ever.
I feel like yeah, like I feel like I understand like I guess like I understand like you even considering that I understand using the name Doctor Doom because Doctor Dick probably doesn't sound that great.
Dr. Dick is pretty bad. I mean, like Doctor Doom. Yeah, I mean it's just imposing. He was apparently really handsome before the whole horrible face injury that made him wear the mask that's like burned to his face. Black mask style. Yeah.
But did he get like actually deformed or like movie deformed?
I think he got actually deformed. I don't think they usually don't show what he looked like like during the accident to like let your imagination go wild with it. But it's like in the old animated series, the nurse like uncuts his bandages to see his face and she immediately like screams.
Yeah, that's bad.
And then he looks at the mirror and then he immediately cracks it.
I think that's one of the things I appreciated about like the old Batman movies, the Christopher Nolan ones.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Two-Face actually did like he actually get fucked up.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look. I mean, to be fair, in most media, he's usually his second half of his face is usually like horribly fucked up.
Yeah, but I feel like in a lot of movies,
which makes it cool.
In a lot of movies, they cast someone who is like a hot person, and they don't want to like.
Yeah, that's a Hollywood
person.
problem. Almost, it's just like everyone on the face of the earth is just extremely attractive, unless they're evil. Then depending on the type of evil, they're uggo.
Like there is a lot of reasons to criticize Ready Player One, right? You remember that when that was a thing?
I do remember that. I remember it when like the super best friends were reviewing the movie and they had a bunch of issues, and then I remember more people just piling on, and I think it then got to the point where people were like reviewing the original book and they're like, it's also kind of like problematic.
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of the book being problematic, the female lead is constantly described as like fat and ugly.
Oh yeah, but then she only had like movie scars in the movie.
Yeah, like this is what she looks like in the movie, and it's like, okay, okay,
that's it.
Okay, like A kind of a cop out, and B, if I was her, I would be insulted. If I was this actress, I would feel insulted.
I mean, just like Zuko had that, he still ended up looking cool, and Zuko's scar was worse.
Yeah, and I don't think this is a scar. I think this is just like one of those like things that can make you have like patches of like discolored skin sometimes.
Oh, vitiligo or something?
I think. But it's like okay. So according to this movie, this is what an ugly woman looks like. Okay.
Yeah, it's just pretty stupid.
Yeah. It's very, very
But yeah, Doom. I don't know. I could spend a long time talking about the Marvel game that I've been playing. but you want to talk about Rivals because you installed it for the Muscle Mommy coming in. It's not Vitiligo? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look at her.
I've already seen her, like Candy. I've seen her and I've seen the trailer. The trailer is very well animated, all things considered. It's like, wish we had an animated series with that kind of style.
I mean, look at her.
Also, you managed to make Daredevil not a laughing stock in most. Yeah. No, I've seen her, Candy.
Look, Nick. She has pubes.
Oh my god.
She has pubes, Nick.
Wait, what?
She has
No,
a happy
that's
trail.
edited. That's edited. There ain't no way they put that in the game.
No, yeah, that's edited, but it looks really funny.
Yeah. I was just like, ain't no way they're putting that in the game. For
The happy trail leads to a treasure, and I'm going to follow it.
It's a different skin condition. Do you know the name of it? The patch one? Because I've met some people with the discard patches.
I don't know. I don't know the name of a lot of stuff. I'm bad at names.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. So how are you enjoying Marvel Rivals when you did manage to play it?
Surprisingly, I don't suck at it, which is weird. I was expecting to suck.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's third person, so it's more like an action game than just straight up like a hero shooter. So like, there's some leeway to that.
And I'm also
we tend to prefer the other.
And I'm also really sad because I discovered I'm really really good at being a healer, but I don't want to play a healer. That's like the lamest fucking role.
Oh, come on. Don't disrespect your heroes like that. They're the reason why you get to fucking play in the first place.
But I discovered I'm really good at being a healer. Like I always like I don't know, I'm very good at that, but I don't want to do it. I like killing people.
Well, it's mostly because you want to be a babysitter. You don't want to be a babysitter because that's the frustrations of healers. Is any friend I know who's played a support in an MMO or some sort of thing is just like everyone decides to go brain dead, fight Burr, and then they blame me that I didn't heal them fast enough when they died like an idiot. I'm like, okay,
Like
just because I'm here doesn't mean you can be brain dead. You need to actually think.
But like that is like one of the most frustrating things about like, and it always reminds me that like the reason I don't play multiplayer games is because I fucking hate people, because people are fucking stupid. Because like, okay, so like this is like an objective based game, and you're supposed to hold the objective, right?
Oh well, no, people want to do kills.
Yeah, like that's what you're going to do. Like you're supposed to hold the objective. Why are you running across the map to kill someone who isn't even?
No, I know people like that.
Like stick to the fucking objective.
Yeah. When I was dragged into League, I was much more destroy towers, destroy Nexus, so the game's over. But I had no friends who'd want to just like show off, get like the pentakill, get all that, and it's like, okay, cool, but there has to be a balance in between. If you're getting more kills and they advance on objective, we're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's like
gonna feel salty.
It's like, you know, like I'm doing my job. I'm like placing shields and creating healing zones around the objective, you know. And they're just like running across the map. And I can fucking follow you. I can fucking follow you across the map.
Like I don't even play FF14. I don't even play FF14, but talk to any healer like in an MMO setting, it's like it can be pretty stressful.
Yeah, it's like get out of the damage area. Like there are indicators for the damage area. Get out of the fucking damage area.
It's more or less just because an MMO or like a team-based game, you do have to keep track of multiple things. Imagine that a healer also has to keep track of like the positioning, etc., of other people and making sure they don't do brain dead gameplay.
Yeah, it's like you don't. You have to keep. You have to. It's like you as a damage have to keep track of the enemy, of your skills. I have to keep track of the enemy, my skills, and you fucking idiots.
And then you have to figure out how to allocate your buffs, your heals, etc. Because things do have cooldowns and etc. You can't just like.
If I wanted to deal with this bullshit, I will just use my teaching degree.
I'll say I don't particularly like playing healer for a variety of reasons because it does like end up being very overwhelming, so I do respect the people who do. I usually play like tank or like bruising.
Speaking of that,
I can't go full assassin build. That's too like glass cannon is like something I also respect, but I'm just like, bro, if I blew up like immediately, I'd get pissed.
Speaking of that, why do games feel the need to like keep renaming those classes?
Which ones?
Healer, tank, and DPS. Why do we feel the need to keep renaming them? They're fine.
Well, do you have any examples?
Like Marvel Rivals. They're not called like.
What do they name it?
DPS is duelist. uh, tank is vanguard, and healer is a strategist. And it's like, why? Why not just
Those
call
are
them the thing?
bad because no, those are bad naming conventions because they don't. They can also just account for anything in any role, right? Like, because a duelist intrinsically would mean a 1v1
Yeah.
scenario,
Although I will
and
say
like
when
strategist is just inherent. I feel.
yeah, I will say that like when I was playing healers, I did really like one character. Um, I don't know.
Vanguard makes
I,
sense.
I
Yeah.
don't know where she comes from. I don't know what her deal is, but she's called Cloak and Dagger, and her thing is like she has a ghost of a dude with her,
Yeah, her boyfriend.
and you can like switch between them, and it's really cool because it's basically two characters in one. And she's a healer,
Yeah.
but he is DPS.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, because hence the name. Yeah, I remember them from I remember them from one Marvel like animated series. I forget if it was the Avengers or if it was a Spider-Man show or something. But yeah, I remember.
And she has a badass.
Most of the Marvel girls do. I've seen
Yeah.
from
Uh,
you and Patch and others, and I'm like, ooh, I can't play this game because I won't I won't focus and I'll die.
yeah. Maybe it would be better if it was first person. Maybe it would be easier.
Yeah, it's just like I start putting in reports like, how am I supposed to get kills and secure objective when you got them fat thick women just running around?
Yeah, like
Quit playing.
I was playing Game of
You should
Frost.
pick anyone else to play.
I,
No,
I
I
was
want to
I
see
was
it.
playing Game of Frost and I died because I got distracted by the fact that I realized there are jiggle physics on her legs. Not only her ass,
Oh,
but also her
Emma's so
legs.
yeah, Emma's so bad. Like she doesn't she can't be that bad. Like
Like I got a 3D model of her the
how are
other day.
you people can't function if you have a character like
I
that.
got a 3D model of her the other day, and her legs are thicker than her torso. Like I did move
It
like
was
I did like
mhm.
I got her 3D model and I moved it. Uh, and her legs are literally just like bigger than her torso in like every direction.
Oh, Overwatch had a distinction between offense and defense, tank and support. I mean, to be fair, wouldn't tank just? Well, no, you can be you can be an offensive tank. Yeah, you can be an off tank. You can be an evasive tank. You can be a defense tank. Yeah.
I don't think I can stream the stuff I do on Blender. I think I get banned.
Yeah, no, she.
And it's not even my fault. Like if you go to the Marble Rivals models and you start removing the clothing, you like why is there so much of the body still in this model? Like
Oh, you did show us like a picture of that in the
why
Discord server. I do
why
recall
did you
that.
guys why does she have nipples?
Well, you see, Marvel Rivals clearly saw Overwatch's popularity skyrocket because of some fan-based
Yeah.
advertisements. And they thought, "Oh no, what if we just made that easier?" I mean, we would never like tell them to do it, but like I mean if they did it.
And apparently Squirrel Girl has like a full ass body. I never checked, but apparently she has like a complete body.
No, you did. You showed me the pictures in chat
Yeah. And it's like
way back.
okay, like what
Even
like
men have nipples. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. What is happening in chat? Even men have nipples.
they're talking about nipples.
Yeah.
My nipples. That is one of those words I'm never able to pronounce correctly. I have to go like nipples.
Apparently male nipples are like like soon to be evolved out. Like they're one of the things that we're supposed to be evolving out of. Like aside from wisdom teeth, I think there's also
I
like
I I don't know
the
if that can
top part of our
happen.
ear is supposed to change, etc.
I don't know if that can happen because like nipples grow before you nipples grow before like your genes determine your like birth sex. So I don't know if we can evolve them
Well, I
out.
mean, like at the same time, there are things that are just like that would phase out that you wouldn't regularly attune to just because they're not being used. Like wisdom teeth are a good example. I think also like the pancreas might actually, even though it supposedly serves a purpose, it just doesn't do it enough to justify it
Yeah.
being in our bodies. That apparently people are also just like being born without them.
I have all my wisdom teeth, but my mouth is so fucking big. They're just like feet entire.
What?
Yeah, like I have all my like all four of my wisdom teeth like came out, but my mouth is so fucking big that there was just enough space. so there was never an issue. So I don't have to take them out. I can just keep them.
Oh, my wisdom teeth were terrible because like one impacted and then
Hey,
grew
Silent.
into the side, and then hey Silent, hey Milf, my wisdom teeth impacted, went to the side, and then started cutting into my cheek, and then my face got swollen at that time. Then I had to take antibodies and for a week, and then I had to get them all removed, which was interesting. The top two wisdom teeth they took out normally, but the bottom two, since they were impacted sideways, they had to use a laser to cut it up into minute pieces.
Oh yeah, to
and then remove it piece.
Yeah,
piece
they
by
have to
piece.
they have to chop them and like with pincers take them like piece by piece. I think they had to do that to one of my moms.
Yeah, I do know some people who are like, we joke that they're mutant freaks because they grew back all of their wisdom teeth, which is terrifying. And then they got them removed.
Wait, so like a second set? Oh my god.
Yeah, they had like 8 wisdom teeth just in their body apparently, and it's just like, ew.
But you know what? I will say having 4 extra teeth is very convenient. I can chew more stuff.
I mean, like, to be fair, wisdom teeth's purpose is to like actually be able to chew bone and stuff like that. It's just that since humans have just gotten better at like culinary preparation and stuff like that,
and our mouths are too tiny. I honestly think that is the main problem. The mouths have
our mouths did get smaller. Yeah, and it's just like because of those things, like wisdom teeth just don't really need to exist.
But like I have a big ass mouth. I don't have a gag reflex. It's really a shame I don't like men.
There's so much low-hanging fruit for me right here in this corner. And I must resist. Anything else about Marvel Rivals you wanted to talk about?
What else was I?
That's good. I mean, like, to be fair, if you can save money on not having to remove your wisdom teeth, it's always better.
Yeah.
Because I think I had to.
I think I should get.
I had to take out. Yeah, we were lucky that my family had like dental coverage in one of their old jobs because like without it, the procedure for removing 2 wisdom teeth through the laser method was about $4K.
The fact that I don't know, it's always so weird for me. The fact that like some countries, like dental coverage is like a separate thing.
Yeah, for us it is.
Around here is just part of your insurance, like your default health insurance.
Yeah,
includes
North America.
dental.
North America keeps on doing it. Very interesting.
And it's not even that expensive. I think I pay like $60 for insurance a month.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Sorry to hear about that, Star. When I was in the military, they ordered me to get mine removed even if they weren't hurting me. I guess I could potentially see the reasons.
Yeah, I guess I can like
bad, and then you'd have to be pulled out of service or something.
Yeah, I think like I think there's also like some the equivalent of $60 is what I pay for insurance.
Oh, that's good.
Well, what was I going to say is like I know there's some branches of the military that also like ask you to like remove your appendix, even if you don't have appendix.
I don't know why I find that funny. It's just the idea of like on the battlefield and then some guy gets appendicitis and then falls over. He's like,
Yeah, like that is the thing. And I think it's the same logic for like the wisdom teeth. It's like, okay, you don't actually need this.
Yeah.
So let's just like get rid of it first, so we don't have any issue later on when you actually need it somewhere.
I feel like it's one of those rules where you're sitting down there and it's like this must have happened at least once at a very inopportune moment.
Yeah.
For them to cover this.
And it feels like one of those things, like, you know, that subreddit that is like, why is there a sign? What happened to a sign?
Yeah, 99% of the time it's because like, hey, something happened and we have to prevent it from happening again. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah, it's like, you know how like they keep saying that if they like humans will try to cook whatever they find.
Oh, we'd be doomed.
Yeah. No, I feel like it just applies.
I mean, that's how like, yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like how was I going to? Yeah, I feel like just like the reason there are so many signs is because if there is something that can kill a person, someone is going to kill themselves using that. We're going to find all of them. It's like
Well, it's
Pokemon.
like
We as a species are collecting like ways to die.
humans are just like we are. Like you need to have people think like, oh, okay, I'm gonna live off the grid and forage and stuff, and it's just like, okay, but make sure you have like all the materials necessary and all the reference material necessary, because like that's what killed Alexander Supertramp, and I know that name. That's just the alias he went by. I forget his real name. He had like a mockumentary, not mockumentary, like a what's the word when actors play it instead of like
A biopic?
a biopic, yeah. And it's just like essentially what did him in was he was in Alaska living in a bus, like an abandoned bus somehow,
Yeah.
from the 60s. And he went out and he was completely unprepared for what was happening. It was clear that like his preservation of meat, like hunted, was terrible. Apparently, like he lost a lot of meat when he was hunting because it would just go bad because he didn't properly like prepare it or smoke it or cure it in a way that would like have it keep over. So he had to rely on eating berries and plants, and then he mistook one species for another, and the other pretty much just guarantees dysentery. And he was too far out to like find medical aid. So the dude literally like died and shat himself.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do if you get food poisoning and like you're alone and you have to find your own food? It's like you're just going to sit there and starve to death because you can't move.
Yeah. It was like terrifying. I think because like he also had like a journal. And I think the journal literally had his log of him discovering the fact that what he ate was poison. And he knew what was gonna happen. And it was just like that sucks. But it's just like the way the biopic went and the way from testimony went is like he was clearly like mentally unwell from the get-go,
Yeah.
and just like he had this like idealized idea of living off the grid and
You know, I was going to
going
say,
through some sort of spiritual journey
I was going to say that
in the
like I
wilderness.
was going to say that yeah, you have to be like a little bit mentally unwell to like live that way. But every now and then I talk to people and I'm like, I don't want to live in society anymore. So I kind of understand why people
Honey,
do that.
honey, you started that sentence with, I know they sound mentally unwell, but and I look around the room, is like, who's gonna break it to her?
One of the
No,
guards,
I mean
maybe.
yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, there is like a level of disassociation and the idea of like privacy and stuff that a lot of people do like in the wilderness. And depending though, like humans are usually innately social creatures, so it's like maybe you like would clearly prefer like a small community versus just like something like that. Your Stardew Valley, if it were,
Yeah.
versus a hut in the woods where every day is like, well, time to actually do it. I can't laze around, otherwise I might fucking die.
I think that's the reason the living in the woods fantasy for me always includes a wife.
Okay.
You know, to not be
Yeah.
alone, to have someone else like
True, true. I just think like you need at least like, I don't know, just like a small town situation, because like even if I'm like in an isolated structure, and sure, even if I live with someone else, if they get sick or something happens to them, I'm gonna panic, and I need immediate resources.
did he die?
Nah, family's calling me for some reason, which is probably gonna be some inane task that I must do as per my life.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask me questions, and they'll be like, "Did you put the dog's food?" I'm like, "Yes, I put the dog's food." You put their water? Yes, I put their water. Why are you asking me? Can you not just look at the bowls?
Have you not eyes? Yeah, they found the stream and they're worried about his friend. He's like, Nick, why are you socializing with this person? This person scares me. Why are you socializing with them? Super Trump is a really fun name though. I actually never heard
They
him.
just wanted to bring. They wanted me to bring the bigger dog, the older one, the older brother inside,
Yeah.
because he does this thing where if he just roams around the house, Because the smaller dog, he just doesn't have much of an appetite. So he just like he leaves his food bowl there, and then the first dog, he just looks at it and is like, "Oh, free game."
Yeah.
If he ain't eating, and it's just like, no, you'll get obese that way.
You fat fuck. You rotund
He's
motherfucker.
okay. He's so cute. I love him.
You're chunky, but I love you, Fluffy. Supertramp really romanticized Little Mountain, but he had a whole cross-country adventure going to a small town in his final frontier with Alaska. Yeah, so in the biopic, like he does meet like hippies, and there's even like one last person, I forget, just like on the trip to Alaska that he meets, and it's like they have a pretty good dynamic, and that person was because like I think he wanted to essentially adopt Alex because from what it seemed like he lost his son, and both of them had like this situation where it seemed like they were becoming like a father like son pair. But Alex was so fixated on this romanticized idea that he said he'd come back after he goes through what I suppose is like a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
And yeah, he died, which sucks. He's actually extremely loving. Yeah.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of like, I think like the most terrifying story I have ever heard. At least as far as like real stories go, like the most terrifying thing I've ever heard like a real person go through. At least without crime involved. At least without crime being involved.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't remember his name, but he was like a researcher, like in the 50s or like earlier, you know, like very, very long ago. And he was like doing an experiment that required him to be alone in a base in the Arctic for like a few months.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he went outside once, and immediately there was a gust of wind that closed the door. And because it was so cold, the door immediately froze over.
Yeah.
So he had to like, as he was like slowly freezing to death, he had to keep open the door again. And he was like, "Oh my god, can you like?" He's like,
Why did he have to go out to begin with?
I don't know, science.
Oh, that seems massively irresponsible on like whatever research funding was going. And it's like, no, you shouldn't have a team.
Ethical standards don't apply if you do it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one badass guy who like wanted to prove the point that mosquitoes are carriers. So there was a fatally ill boy, and he had the mosquito drink the boy's blood, and then he let the mosquito bite him. And then he was dying the entire time writing his findings, and pretty much he died from the same disease. And then people went like, well, we can't gloss over it. He kind of just legit proved it.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. And he didn't do he wasn't like evil scientist doing it on innocent people. He's like, nah, I'll take the bullet.
Yeah.
And he's like 99, well, he's mostly the reason why we know mosquitoes are carriers. Like, we would probably have found out at any point, but he's like the reason why we found out so early, and because of that we got to practice medicine against it. So it's like, what a G.
Like it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy how much stuff, especially when it comes to like medicine and chemistry, there is a lot of stuff that we are never going to know for sure because there is no like ethical way to test it.
Yeah, pretty much. Female mosquitoes are the ones who drink, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you have high potassium levels, you sweat. I think they're also attracted to like carbon dioxide coming from your breath. So, yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with my blood. But, like,
women always bloodsuckers, no matter the species. Am I right, Boomer Humor?
I don't know what's wrong with my blood, but every now and then I see a mosquito biting me, and then it just dies.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good at all.
Is it because I don't drink any water? Or because I drink a lot of, because I eat a lot of salt?
Yeah, it's too thick. It's like the freaking concentrate you have in the freezer when you're making juice.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the amount of salt I eat.
Yeah. Sodium. I don't know if sodium levels would affect them too much. So we got goldfish in our rain barrels to eat the mosquito eggs. And apparently they're thriving.
It would be really weird. Like I just thinking it would be really weird if like. If like the reason they're doing eventually one of my mosquitoes survives and it turns out it has like a brand new disease and I accidentally kill everyone.
Patient zero.
He's like, oops, I accidentally killed the entire population of the planet. Oopsie.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing the mosquitoes died. Kill them with extreme prejudice.
Yeah.
Wait, we kept on cutting ourselves off. I'm sorry. Did you have anything else about Marvel Rivals you wanted to talk about?
Not really.
Okay, yeah, we can.
I mean, I'm thinking.
We can.
I'm thinking. Because we went on the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Speaking of insects, though. Speaking of insects, though. Nick.
What?
Do you know why ants don't get sick?
Oh fuck! Damn it! All right. Why?
Because they're made of antibodies.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about it like that. Not at all. Was there any other media you consumed that you want to talk about though?
Yeah, I finished reading that book.
Oh, okay.
And he agrees with me.
Oh, sorry.
The old man agrees with me.
Oh, don't call Sound old.
No, not Silent, the guy on the book.
Oh, because I saw someone put I'll give Candy that one, and I'm like, oh, she meant that. She was like, yeah, someone appreciates my genius. Anyway, the old man in the book. Give me a rundown again.
Okay, so he was an old man who got like an Atari 2600 and breakout for the Atari 2600, and he kind of started losing his mind. Okay, so what happens is that he goes to Atari, right? Like starting where we left off last week, he goes to Atari.
Oh yeah. I remember this now. Yeah.
He goes to Atari and he's going to do an interview. And you will think like, okay, he's going to do an interview because he's writing a book about the game. He's like, okay, what he's going to ask? What is he going to ask, right? What is he going to like? What question is he going to ask about, like the process or like the inspiration or like, you know, normal. Give me a moment. I need to respond to something here. Is he going to like ask about the inspiration or the creative process or like, you know, like is he going to ask about any of that? No, he's not going to ask any of that because he's obsessed with playing the best game of Breakout. So he goes there, he shits with the programmers, and he starts asking them, okay, what are the numbers? Give me the exact numbers. How do you calculate the angle? How do you calculate the like bounce? How do you calculate like how much it bounces from a block? How do you calculate how it rebounds from a wall? Give me the exact numbers. Give me the physics.
This is sounding so unhealthy. Yeah. But I mean to be fair, this is like min-max. All right, yeah, go for it.
Give me the physics. Give me the numbers. I need to understand.
I can hear the twitching.
I need to.
The bloodshot eyes.
Yeah. You give me what? How do you know? How can I know the exact angle? How can I know the exact bounce? The speed. How do you calculate the direction depending on the location of the paddle? How do you know that? How does the game determine that? And the programmers are like, shit, man, I don't fucking know.
I guess that makes sense. Like that's way too much for a developer at that point in time to go like, I can give you the exact output.
It's like we just put some like
formula.
We just put some like basic logic and let it do its thing, man. We don't know how it. We don't know the secrets of the universe. We don't know. Like,
especially exactly. Like especially since like it's back in that day, right? Like now you could be like, okay, yeah. But like back then, no.
And he starts like going on a rant. He starts going on a rant about Mad Television. I don't think we had Mad down here. I never got to watch Mad Television down here. I don't think we had it.
Oh, you mean Mad TV, the sketch show?
I think that's what he's talking about. But I think we didn't have
the
it
one
down
with
here.
Like Bobby Lee, Key and Peele.
Like I don't remember like
John
ever
McDonald.
seeing any of that.
I remember it. I remember people always telling me like SNL was better. And to be fair, like on a production base,
we didn't have SNL either.
Out there, yeah, but like I watched some Mad TV. They had some decent skits back then, but it's like they didn't own. A lot of them probably wouldn't age well. Although the Kim Jong Il ones were.
I guess like those kind of skits don't translate well, so they never bothered like translating them from like the Spanish market, so we never got them.
Well, there was one where it's like this very angry Mexican immigrant working at Taco Bell as the people ordering butcher the Spanish
Yeah.
of like what they order, and just like also just going like, I would like an empanada, and it's like, that means small boat. What the fuck do you want from me, man?
Yeah, like we had like different skits on Cartoon Network. We didn't have like Mad TV. Like our cartoon
Well,
like
Matt TV was far more adult.
down here for like the skits on Cartoon Network we had like extra animated stuff with the characters from the cartoons.
Yeah, Matt died out. The only people that I really know kind of like that still do stuff after Mad that are easily recognizable are probably like Bobby Lee and Key and Peele. The others, unfortunately, I don't see them in as much stuff,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Yeah, like I don't think we
But
have,
yeah, your book.
but I guess like stuff like Mad, yeah, like because like humor is very hard to translate. So I guess like stuff like Mad TV and like SNL, they just
Yeah.
didn't bother
Well,
to
I
translate
mean,
it.
oh yeah, I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like you're watching an anime and then Japanese love like word misunderstanding humor,
Yeah.
right? Just like, oh, you said this, it sounds like this, or like, oh, you wrote this, but the kanji is close to the, like that's very ingrained in a lot of their humor, it
Yeah.
seems. And so like whenever an anime does that, a subtitle has to go like, oh, this kanji usually means, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a joke. It's very, and you're like, yeah, this is more for that culture than it is for me.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. It's like I can see how the joke is funny, but because you explain it to me, I'm not going to laugh.
Yeah, obviously it's not gonna translate as well.
Yeah, and like puns, you know how like a lot of the English humor is built on puns. Puns don't happen around here. They cannot happen around here because or like because like the phonetic systems, the phonetic rules of Spanish are too strict for puns to happen.
Mm.
So,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think of. I mean, to be fair, cultural tropes just exist. It's hard for me to figure out. Oh, you know what? Well, no, the ones I'm even thinking about just aren't innately unique though to the culture. Like in Bollywood, like slapstick is a very common one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that is why we did get like stuff like the Looney Tunes because like physical humor is universal.
yeah. Well, I mean, there was always like a level of like of it being clever as well because some of my favorites were like what was it? It was the sheepdog and the wolf from Looney Tunes because they'd be punching in to do their job.
Yeah.
And the sheepdog would mercilessly beat the shit out of the wolf. But it's like at the end of their job, of their shift, they just went back to being friendly. It's just like there was something so kind of like funny about it. I don't know why I found that so humorous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Roadrunner. I was like that was one of my
Roadrunner was also good.
like one of my dreams. Like this is going to sound fucked up, but one of my dreams as like a little girl was to cause a traffic accident by painting a tunnel on a wall. That was one of my dreams when I was growing up.
I mean, to be fair, Roadrunner was also just funny in how to approach things. I didn't, you know what? I liked Warner Brothers more on that than like Tom and Jerry and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I never really cared as much for Tom and Jerry on the like the house hijinks, but like for some reason, I think it's mostly because like Jerry is a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah.
Whereas the Roadrunner is just kind of minding its own business.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss all cartoons.
I will admit, though, the Warner Brothers like sitcom show, I think it was just like, was it Bugs Bunny? Was it just called Bugs Bunny, or was it called something else? The new Looney Tunes show, I think it was. That was actually pretty funny. The mundanity of these slapstick characters as they go through everyday life. It was actually pretty good. And then they changed Lola? There was a superhero show that had like Lola's descendant be Lexi. It was all weird. Lola, yeah, because Lola was like supposed to be like the femme fatale kind of like character from Space Jam, right?
Oh, she's
But
the
then,
one that
like,
everyone wants to fuck on that movie.
Yeah. But like in the new Looney Tunes show, she's just like this girl who is extremely awkward, kinda yandere, crush on she has a big crush on Bugs, and she talks really fast, and she's really like not good with social cues. But that makes her more interesting than
Oh, they
just her
gave her
going like,
autism.
well, they gave her a personality versus like in like, you know, Space Jam, he's like, hey boys, and that's about what sums her up. Whereas like in this new one, it's like, yeah, she's like, Bugs admits like, yeah, she's pretty, but she's also kind of crazy, and I'm scared of her. There's like one good clip from that show where she's clearly irresponsible and she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to call Bugs while she's driving, so she calls Bugs, and Bugs is just like on the sidewalk, and they're talking. He's like, oh, hold on, Bugs, I might accidentally run this guy over, I've got to turn my wheel. And then she turns and hits the fire hydrant, and then she gets out the car, and he's like, Bugs. Then it's like, okay, yeah, she's got fun. She's far more fun in that setting, especially bouncing off of like Bugs being the straight man, and then like Daffy Duck also.
Oh, my
chaotic.
brain is broken. Because I thought you were going to say bouncing on it.
Ew, God. But like, yeah, yeah, characters are all good around. I really like that show. I'm sad that a lot of people were like, it should always be slapstick. I'm like, this would be fine to like keep around, and then just keep the other
Bouncing on it, Dayo.
Keep the other like regular slapstick stuff, and then just keep the sitcom one, because the sitcom was pretty good. I will admit though, like they tried adding a musical number, an animated musical number every episode, and those were kind of cringe.
Yeah.
But like, aside from that, the mundanity, I enjoyed the mundanity.
I don't think I ever watched that one. I only seen clips.
It's really, it's genuinely good, because Daffy Duck and Bugs' like rapport is what really makes that show, because Daffy is just like,
Speaking of clips,
like Daffy is like 20-year-old dementia, man. Like he's not okay.
speaking of clips, I keep seeing this one clip of like, you know how that Naked Gun movie that came out recently?
Oh yeah.
I keep seeing this one clip of like, he goes to a bar, and the bartender is like super angry. He's like, do you not remember me? You killed my brother in the name of justice. And he's like, yeah, that could be 1,000 people. And the bartender is like, you shot him in the back. And he's like, 100.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
He was like 100. And the bartender is like, he was running away. And he's like, 1,000. And he's like, he was white. And he's like, oh, so you're Johnny.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Oh, you know what? I think Wooly's the one who told me about that. Yeah. Well, not me, but like said in the podcast.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, you've talked to Wooly? You gotta introduce me.
If I got to talk to Wooly and he wasn't put off by me being like awkward, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, he has no time to talk to new people. He's a dad now.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Having children? Couldn't be me.
I would like to have a family one day, but as I get older, I'm like, the logistics are getting worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate children.
I grew up with a big family that was almost always around, and I had to babysit. I kind of just got used to it.
I also grew up with a big family, and that is why I have children.
Okay. I mean, like, you know, you were also like, you told me like you didn't interact with your sister that much during your very young years, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't hate my sister
it's just
because she's an adult now.
Yeah, no, but like I don't know. It's just like the same thing with me. Like when I had to babysit like my nephews and my, well, it was mostly my nephews growing up. It's just like, because I don't think I had any nieces, at least in North America. Most of them were probably going to be in like Southern Asia. They were fine. They were like they were annoying, but they were genuinely fine.
I mean, yes, children in this economy, and you send them to work in the mines. Everyone has to pull their weight.
That's
Everyone.
True. That's true. Like having one kid are expensive. I could not dare expect someone going like more than one. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of time.
And it's like I keep hearing this like thing about like, you know how like people say that like back in the day they had a lot of children because most of them died.
Yeah.
No, but like they also had
or depending like labor.
Yeah, they also had a lot of children to use like work the farm. It's like we need 5 kids for the cow, so let's get fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just
We need 5
it's
keys
just a
to work
smart
the
thing to
cars.
do. Yeah. Why would I pay resources when okay, we'll probably get the same amount of meat if we work, and that could feed like X amount of people, and then
Yeah.
we could optimize the operation. And I was like, yeah.
The minorities have
Is that
the minorities
is
have
that
rights
why
now.
my middle name is that why my middle name is Business Decision Dad? Yes. Oh.
The minorities have rights now. We have to have kids to work the farm.
I don't know why it reminds me of the American Dad joke where like Haley is just like Stan is just talking about a flashback about how like and then your mom was pregnant with Haley and I had to stop doing what I loved. And then Haley just looks at him in horror and goes like, "Is that why my middle name is Dream Smasher?" It's just like yeah, okay.
I mean, like there is a humor to knowing that you're like a weird circumstance baby.
I know people who told me straight up that they found out that they were likely an accident.
Yeah, like I had a friend in high school who she knew because I don't know why they told her, but they told her that she was a broken condom.
We found out one because one friend was smart enough to deduce that the time his parents got married versus his birthday, he'd just be like, "Oh, I'm a wedlock baby."
Yeah.
And his mom was like, "No, no." And his dad's like, "What?" To be fair, his family is very loving, but the way his dad kind of went like, well, yeah, you kind of were.
Yeah, it's like no, or like when you have families where like every child was born around the middle of November, and it's like oh,
November's the 10th month?
and it's like okay, so you are all Valentine's Day folks.
No, November's the 11th. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So you are all like
I mean, it'd be,
you are all Valentine's you are
yeah.
all Valentine's Day sex because like all of the children were
Well,
born in
it's
November.
well, yeah, but like, isn't one of the most popular like birth months like June or July?
Yeah, and I don't know why.
November's up there, especially because of well, I mean, okay, well, June is the 6th month,
Yeah,
so that means September. Why are people getting freaky in September? Is Arbor Day just getting you going? Is Labor Day just really getting the juices flowing?
oh no, I just made the math. I just made the math and like it works because my mom's birthday is in June and I was born in April.
Oh, so you were a celebration. If it were.
I'm a celebration of life.
You're the world's latest birthday gift, Kent. Well, that's tough. I try not to think about it too much.
So that means I am simultaneously a birthday baby and the baby that they got when they got sad because they had a miscarriage one time.
Oh, I'm sorry. To hear
So like
that. And I had a cousin who went through that.
I am simultaneously those two things.
The light bringer.
And I know that we know for a fact that she is our marriage is collapsing as have a baby.
That does happen. That sadly does happen, yeah.
And we know,
I mean, to be fair, like also because of the age gap, right?
we know for a fact that she is that.
Yeah. Cause like,
and it collapsed anyway.
I remember.
Hello, I'm a birthday baby.
Can I tell this client's stories on here? This is tough.
I don't know.
Cause I used to remember. I've talked about like you used to like work at the cram school.
Yeah.
And one was just a chronic oversharer.
Yeah. Maybe he's a streamer now.
She told us.
Okay, maybe
about
she's a streamer now.
She told us how she was likely an accident baby, and I went, "Don't say that." It's like, no, think about it. My eldest brother is like 32, and Nick, my other brother's your age. And I thought about it, I'm like, oh gosh.
So it's like at least 15 years. Yeah, you're an accident.
Yeah, there was a huge gap there between her and him. And I'm just like, oh, she might actually be right, and I have nothing to say as a response. I just stood there and I was like, oh. She's also overshared like on so many things. She's weird at her storytelling. She'll say one of the most depressing things in a chipper way and then kind of brush it off.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why would you tell us that?
Well, she's kind of like me talking about killing myself.
She walked in one day and she's like, yeah, guys, I'm sorry I wasn't here for like a few months. I had to take chemo because I was having I had cancer. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's like, oh, don't worry. It was ovarian cancer. I wasn't planning to have kids anyway. And now I'm better. It's like, what? What?
He sounds like me.
All of us were just like loading every single sentence like 10 minutes after. Like, wait, huh?
She's just like me. Well, how do you keep meeting? How do you keep meeting women like me?
You people are just abundant, it seems, and you're just all so socially awkward that you don't congregate.
We're just spread out. No. It's for the safety of the world. We're spread out. We are spread out for safety.
She was a good person, all things considered. I think she like works. She works near my old campus now. Time flies. Oh God, I'm old.
But also, like, Jesus Christ, having ovarian cancer while you're going to school, so you were like pretty young.
Yeah, she was surprising. Like, she told us when she was like, what, 17? Because we didn't see her for 4 months or so, and we were like, oh, maybe she just dropped the program.
Yeah.
And then she came back and she was all chipper about it, and like, Jesus.
Like, yeah, having ovarian cancer at 17, that's fucking sucks.
Well, it was early stages, so clearly like getting the tumor removed or whatever have you, and then the treatment that she went through is like, yeah, no. Apparently, like the way she told us afterwards, like, oh, doctors found it early.
I mean, that's good. It's good, but like,
they were like, oh, you'll be fine. The chances of this reemergence are very low, and yeah.
That's good, but like the fucking like just the idea of having any kind of like any stage of cancer as a teenager.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Dude, like I said, I can't keep on telling specific stories about her because they're a little too specific, but she is consistent in relaying depressing news in a chipper, blasé way, and then moving on to a next, like her immediately like second talking point.
I mean, but like
it is not okay.
I feel like the reason people who have a lot of like, you know, and I think, or at least that is the reason I do it. It's because like when so much bullshit happens to you all the time, you kind of have to just like laugh about it and like move on because otherwise you will go insane.
Yeah, she did. I'd say she did like not internalize, but she did at least convey it in a way where she kind of just didn't mind like the discussion about it. Yeah. Oh God. But like, yeah, she would just like, she would talk about the depressing thing, then kind of move over, but not in like a way where it's like, it seemed like she felt bad about it, but she just kind of laughed at it.
Yeah, because like,
which was very odd.
Like at a certain point, when too much stuff is piled up, you have to start laughing about it because otherwise you just go insane. Like there are two choices: you start laughing about it, or you start killing people.
She was a trooper. I do remember.
Or you do me and do both. For legal reasons, that is a joke.
Okay. At one point, because some of the clients would go to the same schools together, right? At one point, she found out her boyfriend at the time was cheating on her. And I didn't find out from her, but from one of her schoolmates who came into class one morning. He's like, "Oh, you hear what Tanya did?" I'm like, what did she do? It's like, oh, she got suspended because she punched her ex's face. She's not punched. They said it's like, oh, she punched him into the locker and kept punching him into the locker. Like, Okay, and then like 2 classes later, I get her on my rotation, and she's just like, "Yeah, I showed that bitch what's up," and she was smiling the entire time. I was just
I mean,
like,
you know what? Valid. Go off, Queen.
yeah, yeah, you do that.
Go off, Queen. Valid. I respect that one. That's one I respect. Go off, Queen.
How do you like that? She was one of the pretty much the way that cram school went. It was like it was like a secondary family unit for all of us, and so like she would talk the most shit, and I would usually be like professional, but when she started smack talking me, I'd just like smack talk back. There'd be like 4 minutes of us just insulting each other. It's like, Nick, you are stop. She'd be like, "What? You gonna get stressed? You gonna lose the hair on your crown?" It's like, I don't have to worry. I'll borrow this, like the hair on your fucking mustache right there. You think I worry? Shut the fuck up. Get back to class. And then we just continue insulting each other.
Apparently cheating is fine, justice is not.
Justice is not. I just didn't expect her to like because from what the description was, it wasn't just one punch into the locker. It was a consecutive series.
Yeah.
God, each and every one of those. Sometimes in the most bored moments, months in between months, I do think to myself, what are each of my old clients up to?
Yeah.
And then my brain thought is immediately like, probably nothing good. Just probably nothing good.
like you know, like I like them, but those kids were all right.
Oh, probably.
Oh, I just remember something. Speaking of like another thing about Marvel Rivals, I am officially an Spider-Man hater. I hate that fucking thing. I hate Spider-Man with my soul.
In the Marvel Rivals universe?
Just in general, he's so annoying that I just hate the idea of Spider-Man now.
Oh no, I'll disagree with you.
That fucking
says
like
a lot about you.
That fucking like flying fucking flying pest just like zipping around. It's like just like quiet.
Listen,
stay put, you fucking idiot. Like,
listen, I'm the one who had to experience talking to him, and to be fair, I wouldn't just like. I would help where I could, but like you can't solve everyone's problems, and there are some people who really don't want help in being a better person, especially at that age.
yeah.
And it's like I'm in a position where if I give advice like they can just go like whatever, old man. Yeah, my job was to help them with math.
Yeah. He was a math teacher.
I'm not a counselor. I would help where I could. But it's like, what do you expect me to do? Go over to their home, have a sitcom-esque sit down with them, with their family over a Thanksgiving dinner, and impart the practicality of. We had 2 hours whenever my shifts came. So, like, I would go like, okay, here's how you should approach the situation. Or here's like at least some anecdotal stuff that friends have gone through. And it's up to them to listen to the moral of the story and figure it out. I can't go like, do this, because there's no guarantee they're going to do it.
Yeah.
You can't control other people and tell people what to do.
Especially teenagers.
And you can't force a person to go through a lesson.
Like,
you can give them insight.
Like I think especially with teenagers, like I think like the way I feel like with teenagers to some degree the healthy thing to do is to just like let them make mistakes and help with the fallback.
Yeah, no, it's true. There are times where I would even tell them, God, I have more stories that I could even just fucking go. But like I would tell them a thing is a bad idea. But bear in mind, I would usually only have each client once per week. Or maybe twice per week. I would have no idea of the gaps in between.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of decisions you can make in those times that I can't possibly cover in like a 2-hour time span while also doing my job related responsibilities. Like, come on now.
Was that one guy who tried to like put weed on a weed smoke on a backpack?
I was just thinking about him. Yeah, that's why sometimes I think of, like I said, I think about my clients and I wonder, if they're how they're doing, and probably not much of them are doing anything good.
Like
His last question to me
there was a period
before he graduated our program was which university is the best party school? Like, God damn it. God damn it.
Oh, he's gonna get a PhD on pussy. Yay. Pussy handling degree.
Just remembering that guy.
I got a PhD. I got a PhD pussy handling degree.
That guy was all sorts of. He is the standalone proof that no matter what I could say, it's up to them. Like the amount of stupid stuff he did in a week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's like there was a period. There
Oh
was
my
like when Nick had that job, there was a period for like of a few months where like every week he will go into chat and start like ranting about like this like really weird crazy guy he was tutoring.
Oh, yeah. I gave him the code name Balvin.
Yeah.
And
Balvin.
Yeah, he would fascinate you with the arcs that he would do, and like we would give him insight, and some people would rightfully call him an idiot on the progression that he was taking, but did that stop him? No, he just continued doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
He faked a couple of mental illnesses so he could get prescription drugs that he could deal secondhand. He then got mugged because of course. And I learned about all of that in one single session. In that he went, yeah, so I did that and then I got mugged in the bathroom. It's like, okay. And that's not even the worst thing. I have so many more. It's exhausting.
I just realized I haven't stopped talking about the book. We got sidetracked.
Yeah, right. Oh, also on the Spider-Man thing, I genuinely like Spider-Man. I mean, I also like Deadpool too. I like heroes that will actively play with the enemy and talk smack to them and annoy them. I think depending on the kind of media for Spider-Man, it can get pretty bad because like at least with the balancing part of it, you have Peter Parker versus Spider-Man. Spider-Man's very quippy, but Peter himself is introverted, nerdy, and well-meaning.
Yeah.
So yeah, in a place like Marvel Rivals, I could totally understand where you're only getting like one facet of his personality that's just being amplified. And
it's not even the personality; it's the fact that he's like stop sitting around. You move too much.
Oh well, yeah, no.
Stop sipping.
But, I mean, to be fair, like also the other thing is just like he's a character I think who has like in Marvel Rivals, he's a very highly technical character.
Yeah.
So like a bunch of kids just jump on to play Spider-Man even though they aren't that experienced in the game, and they end up like dying terribly or just being very terrible teammates because they don't understand that the character needs like some thought put into it. Yeah.
I feel like we should ban children from video games. From like online games, like no. You cannot go online until you're 18. It's like you cannot go online until you're 18. No children in my video games.
Is that fair?
I mean, it's better for them too because they're not going to get groomed. And you can play your Zeldas and your Marios and your car games. Just don't go online. Leave me alone. On today's episode of Candy really fucking hates children. Also, another thing is like, why is there like always like in every multiplayer game there's always like in every multiplayer game there's always like just like this one person who just like is just like playing music on the voice chat from the like shittiest speaker. Why is there always that? Why is there always one person just like playing like the dumbest fucking music on the voice chat? Like, what do you gain from doing that? Why are you annoying me this way? Why are you stupid? Stop playing the fucking music. Stop playing your fucking music, piece of shit.
Sorry, my mom did that thing where she opened my room without asking, which is extremely annoying, and then talked about laundry.
Yeah.
I'm like, woman, it's 9:52. You need to calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about like, why is there always someone playing like on multiplayer games, there's always some asshole playing music.
Yeah. So wait. Yeah. No. I got cut off on my point. I'm just like wondering is it good? I guess like you're not cutting off single player games for them, but to be fair, I can see the point in like I could see on my end like as a kid just wanting to like hang out with my friends in like a lobby of something because it's another hangout space. Because obviously when you're a kid you're limited. You can't go outside easily. Right? You would need money. Two, it's more dangerous. So like if you lobbied with your friends, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, to be fair, I think it's just like game sellers should just be more strict on their ratings to
Yeah.
actually sell. So like obviously some multiplayers and stuff aren't appropriate for them. And then yeah, there should be better moderation to keep people safe. Like
Yeah. Anyway, the book.
yeah, the book.
So he goes to Atari and he starts asking those questions, right? Like give me the secret god. And he gets he's like
Mhm.
and he gets annoyed at the fact that they don't know. He starts going on a rant. I was like, they are the gods of this universe. How do they not understand? If they don't know, who knows? Is it possible then to like play the perfect game? Like right?
Mhm.
Like those are creators know how the logic of our universe works. Like he starts going to like an existential crisis, like asking if God knows what the math of the real world is.
This is a person who has deprived themselves of sleep for a great amount of time.
Yeah, playing fucking Breakout for the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
They're like does God know what the math for the angles of our jumps are? Or is he also clueless? It's like, okay, dude. Okay, dude, you need do you need your one of your children to like maybe like take you to the doctor? Maybe get some. I mean, you're getting up in age. Maybe go ask your neuropsychologist about stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if you're mental health back then.
Are you forgetting stuff? Maybe are you starting to forget stuff?
Mental health specialists, I don't think were as equipped to deal with something like that. Now that I think about it.
Well, the thing is, like, he spends a lot of time like going over that and having his little mental breakdown over fucking Breakout for the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
Like, imagine having an existential
Mhm.
crisis over a fucking Atari 2600 game.
I mean, to be fair, like you, not to be fair, but rather like it's just like I'm just thinking of like the correlating things of people with addictive personalities and things that can trigger like certain types of I wouldn't say OCD, but something akin to it, because it's kind of like the similar ilk of like those articles you would read about people who would neglect their life for like the sake of World of Warcraft or something, right? Where it would just become like this never-ending growing obsession.
Yeah. Like imagine like starting questioning the existence of you start questioning the existence of God over a game that looks like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It is pretty funny to think about like how imagination had to do like probably the biggest heavy lifting back in the old days
Yeah.
for video games.
But the thing is that he has his little like mental breakdown, but eventually he comes around and he starts agreeing with me. He agrees with me at the end because he starts to understand that he's by trying to like what he's trying to do is to become one with the machine. By being the most optimal, he's trying to play like a machine. But the question is then, would it be not more optimal to just simply not play? Is not the act of playing itself human? Then why try to play like a machine? Are you not robbing yourself of the human enjoyment by trying to play like a machine?
True.
Should you not just embrace the human imperfection that drives you to play in the first place? Because you are not winning anything. He's not going to get anything for doing the perfect game of fucking Breakout for the Atari 2600. He's just doing it because humans like to do stuff for fun. It is a human drive. So like embracing that human drive and stop trying to be perfect. He reaches that revelation. Stop trying to be a machine, because if you were a machine, you will not be playing the game because it's not the most optimal thing to play.
Yeah, it's the saying, don't let perfection be the enemy of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
And then when he lets go and he understands that like failure is innate to the human condition and that we are never going to understand.
all from a game. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all over Atari for the 2600. Wait, let me see if I can find a screenshot of the breakout. Because this revelation playing Atari for the 20 for playing breakout for the Atari 2600. He has a revelation that failure is an inherent part of the human experience and he must embrace it. And I want to remind everyone that this is the game he was having this little like existential experience over. This is the catalyst for all of that. This game didn't even have music. There was no music back then. You have beeps and boops going. But yeah, like he embraces like the fallibility of the human experience, and when he does, he actually does end up playing the perfect game. And that is like the nice bow to the book. He's like he stops trying to be one with the machine to perfect the machine. He starts playing like a human with all his failures, and then he plays the perfect game by just letting himself go.
That's beautiful, dog.
So yeah, that's the book. And all of that over breakout for the Atari 2600.
There. It feels like a Brian David Gilbert skit.
Yeah.
Just elongated to a book.
Yeah, like, you know, like that skit where he's trying to find out who he's supposed to play Waluigi on the live action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that, but he's like serious. That guy has
full circle.
This guy had a PhD. This guy had a PhD on sociology. Like he wasn't like.
Well, I mean, your standing doesn't like prevent certain like proneness to certain mental conditions, right? Because like some people can be relatively intelligent all around, but they can have like addictive personality traits or stuff like that. That can just be their bane.
Yeah, I mean, look at me. I'm supposed to have an IQ of 130. And look at where we are. Look at what I post on Twitter.
I'm very prone to anxiety, OCD. So yeah.
But I mean, it was a really interesting book, and I'm glad he got to the revelation of that. Yeah, stop trying to be perfect. Just like, just play the fucking game, dude. Just play the fucking game.
Yeah, there are things that is like, now to be fair, it's like, okay, his was the self-made goal of the perfect game.
Yeah.
Versus like an obstacle that is presented to you that you can overcome, and then failing it is just like, it feels a bit down because it's like something expected of you versus a self-imposed expectation.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to understand when you're being unreasonable to yourself versus like something else asking you to do this. There's a funny part in Disco Elysium, where Disco Elysium has the dice roll checks, right?
Yeah.
There's one called I think it's just called the impenetrable door, and it's a failure no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And I think the devs just went, is like, oh, that, yeah, it's just it's a construct made to reflect the fact that there are just some things you will never be able to succeed in.
Yeah.
And it's like you can heighten your interface to max, you can go for the appropriate roll, you could add like a secondary, but it's not going to change anything. That door will not open, and it's not relevant to your adventure anyway, so
yeah,
don't worry.
And I feel like I had like a similar thing back when I was playing I think it was 2013, and I was playing Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I was trying to like perfect the game because it is a stealth game, and I was trying to like perfect the game. It's like, you know, like the whole, because you know how stealth games have like a perfect run. Like every stealth game has like a perfect run.
Yeah. The Ghost, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to do that, and I kept like getting frustrated and restarting checkpoints, and I was not enjoying the game. Eventually stopped enjoying the game. But at some point I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go, because the game like doesn't like instantly fail you at any point if you get caught or anything like that.
Yeah, you need to.
The game doesn't instantly fail you. You can like go back into stealth if you like if you use your gadgets or whatever. You don't get the ghost bonus, but you can go back into stealth and complete your objectives, or you can just kill everyone. Like it's hard because you're very squishy in those games, but you can kill everyone.
Well, yeah, it also just depends on the type of incentive to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like, sure, achievements one thing, or like Devil May Cry does the ranking system, and it's like, okay, yes, there's a goal that's there that you want to achieve where you do that versus like something where it's like self-imposed and the thing isn't necessarily outright designed to do it. For instance, I'm trying to think of something where it's like, oh, like, okay, like Yakuza games are not necessarily hard combat wise,
Yeah.
but the likeliness is you're going to like the AI is going to land a hit in certain animations because you aren't invulnerable during certain attacks
Yeah.
or even some animations. So you might just get hit. You could put a lot of the effort to do a no touch run. Does the game reward you if you do that? Nah, not really. It doesn't expect that of you at all, and that's a self-imposed goal that you would do.
Yeah, and also like yeah, but like and something funny again, like there is this part on the book where he like he realizes this and then he actually is able to play the perfect game, and I think I know why, because I think the same thing happened to me.
The mentality.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. First of all, you're not like so stressed, you're not like so like fucking overwhelmed by it, but there's also the fact that like when you stop trying to be perfect, you understand the game more because you start to improvise and you start to like.
Well, you're cluttering. Yeah.
And you start to like try new stuff. So like eventually what started to happen is because I was constantly like getting in I was like just like improvising and like taking risks. I started to find the holes in the AI. I started to understand like how much like their range of their cone of vision is, right? I started to get a sense for that. Because the thing is like it's like the way the AI on those games works is there is like a physical, it is invisible, but there is like a physical cone that has like a collider attached to it that is attached to the eyes of the enemy. And when you enter that cone, it sends a ray to your character to determine if you're visible. Right? Or if you're like behind the cover or anything like that. But something I realized is that like in this game specifically, it is not shaped like a cone. It is shaped like a coffin. So like
okay. So there's like a square. There are corners at the end, and then there's a reticle. Like there's a corner.
No, so
there are three corners at the end of the cone instead of just the cone.
No, so like the range of vision of the enemies starts narrow, then it gets wide, and then at a certain point it starts narrowing again.
Then it shrinks. Yeah. Okay.
And the thing is, like, eventually when I started to like be more reckless, and I started to understand where it started narrowing again. I started to get a feeling for that distance. So I was able to like walk next to them and stuff like that because I knew I was outside the cone. I started to understand.
Yeah, I guess like for me the closest thing would be like doing Hollow Knight's Final Pantheon and beating it.
Yeah.
Where that takes a lot of patience, and it's like the last 3 fights that usually mess people up. Then you kind of like when you get past that stress and you're able to beat like a couple of them the first time, you're like, okay, I have this in me. Let me not get stressed. Let me learn patterns and stuff. And then you get into the rhythm, and then you're just like, you're better. I was happy when I ended up beating it, but it's like, yeah, I think it's just like with certain things when you fail, like the amount of time investment to get back to where you were is like the biggest fear, and can really be like demoralizing. But yeah,
and I do wonder if like the Dark Souls games will have the reputation they have if people were so like PC or like playing the game properly, you know.
Play if it's a single player game, play it the fuck however.
Yeah, it's like oh, it's not a real run if you use summons. It's not a real run if you use the like mimics.
I use summons.
It's not a real run if you use like magic or this item or like if you block or if you dodge. It's like what the, just like those things are in the game. Just fucking use them.
Those things are built in the game. You can use them. It's like I don't even necessarily need summons from like outside like a secondary player. There's like story based summons. Why wouldn't I do that? Like, and gain some attachment to characters. Like, I know some people like you have to do it exactly this way, and it's like, no, that's not what a game entails.
Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get to the Genichiro fight in Sekiro. I'm going to trap him. I'm going to trap him next to a door, and I'm going to jump on his head until he dies. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, no, I respect it. I love when people cheese video game fights because I find it a very funny like confrontation to the developer of like, oh, you didn't account for this, and it's a very comical situation. And if you looked at it in the game's universe, it's even more funny. It's like, how did he beat Orgstein and Smoke? It's like, I don't know. He just kind of like walked in at a certain angle and they froze and he just beat them to death.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but like, did you know that
Mighty
you can do that in
Spence.
Sekiro?
Dead.
You know that Genichiro fight in Sekiro?
I do what?
You know the Genichiro fight in Sekiro?
I haven't played much Sekiro, so I wouldn't know. Genichiro, Sekiro. Do you remember this boss? See the guy with the really cool like slash dodge? No, this is a different guy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like the thing is, like on his first phase, if you walk to like one of the doors on his arena and you like trap him on the corner, he cannot move, and then you can just jump on his head until he dies.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, no, just
like
a game.
Look at me, I'm Super Mario.
Like, a game does different way. Like a game's, how can I say this? The freedom of being able to play how you want and the completely different approaches to solving a problem are what makes games as a medium fun.
Yeah.
So for a person to go, you're not playing right, you should play as me, or some sort of gatekeeping just seems innately like counter to the point.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like people, again, it's what I find like odd, because then those same people will look at speedrunners and they don't bat an eye at what the speedrunners are doing.
Yeah.
Like, is it just because they're labeling it? It's like, no, you can play a game. If it's single player, play it however the fuck you want. I don't care. It doesn't demean my experience if you do it differently.
And it's like also like the difficulty thing is like I can understand like artistically.
Accessibility issues. That should not even be in, like, yeah, it's like some people just can't play a difficult game because they might have like some sort of underlying cause, or some people just want to relax.
Yeah, but like I will say,
to give you a reason.
I will say, like, from an artistic standpoint, if a developer has like a specific difficulty in mind and they don't want to include any other one because it is like the particular like,
that's within their right.
Yeah, I respect that, and I don't think they should be forced to add another like difficulty level or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
But if a developer does include difficulty,
my counterpoint would be like, just don't play it. You know,
yeah, but
just like watch it.
But if a developer does include difficulty options and you want to play on easy, just fucking play on easy. Like, it doesn't matter.
Do whatever the fuck. Yeah, some people just want to play a game to relax. They don't owe anyone a reason.
Yeah.
Why would you care? I've had friends who like, because lo and behold, me and Candy play a lot of games. I have friends who aren't as big on gaming as I am, and they'll talk to me, and then when we talk about games, they feel like they have to add the disclaimer like, oh, but I played this game on easy, so yeah, like they sound embarrassed. I'm like, who cares? We'll still nerd out about it. Like, what did you like? Like, it's not gonna, who's gonna legit go like, you didn't really play the game? No, they did. They spent the time.
And
saw everything you probably saw.
And you know what?
They probably didn't see some fight patterns or whatever.
Sometimes it isn't even about like
sometimes
it isn't even about like the difficulty itself. Sometimes it's like about like for example, I remember when I was younger, when I was like a little baby, there was this game I liked. There was this game I owned that I liked a lot called 1503 ID. And it is like a city building kind of game, you know. It is like set on the New World, you know, when the Europeans were sending people in boats to over here. So you go to islands and you start like building a little town on the island, and you have to like manage the resource chains and all of that stuff, right? It's a city builder. The thing is, like, as you increase the difficulty, the game starts to add enemy factions, hostile factions, I mean. And the thing is, like, the combat system and the troop management and the military like part of the game fucking sucks. Like, it is incredibly boring, incredibly tedious.
Well, yeah.
So I always play that game on like an easier difficulty because I just don't want to engage with the combat because it sucks.
Well, I feel like we've had this conversation before, even on the podcast, but it's just like some difficulties just don't really add to the experience other than like, oh, I've modulated health numbers instead of adding unique patterns to a designated sequence or
Yeah,
something akin to this, and that just makes it go like, this isn't difficulty through engagement, this is difficulty through investment.
yeah.
And
And
it's just like, I have only so much time in the day, bro.
and I feel like
I
that is
don't
one
give
of
a
the,
shit.
because like we can talk about like how like, you know, the amount of detail and the amount of polish modern games have. It has like a lot of consequences, right? Like games are getting too expensive to make, they are taking too long to make, stuff like that, right?
I mean, to be fair, on the bright side, like the AA market
Yeah.
is doing better than ever now. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, I feel like so there are like the obvious like negatives to like the way AAA games have become. Uh, but I feel like one of the things like people don't talk about enough when it comes to negatives is that games are so expensive nowadays that developers are afraid of putting stuff in that people might miss. Because putting that stuff in is going to take so much money that you want to make sure everyone sees it, right? So like
Yeah.
so like in that kind of environment, it is impossible to do the GoldenEye thing where like uh it is impossible to do it, you know, like in GoldenEye where like the difficulty like changes the objectives on the mission and it adds extra and it like adds extra objectives to the mission and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love more games to do that, but like you cannot afford to do that anymore because adding those extra things will be too expensive. At least on a AAA game, like
Yeah.
indies can probably still do it, but like, I mean, by
Well, I mean, at the same time,
modern standards,
like,
by modern standards,
yeah.
GoldenEye will be an indie game. I think it was made by like 20 people.
But it's like, at the same time, like, there's a point to that, but it's also just like the intrinsic flaws of what make higher budget games is like the addition of glut that doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
and like the need to like just like appeal to like everyone to like
Yeah,
be good
like
enough to
the
everyone.
whole open world collectathon stuff, the whole like,
Yeah,
I don't know, just like making the same enemy remixed a bunch of times in a bunch of different areas for some sort of repeatable side mission that doesn't really have much aside from its story. It's just doing the same thing,
yeah,
very candidly the same thing over and over again. And
yeah,
it's just
and
like,
like
yeah, you could have cut that, you could have cut the fat on that and then
yeah,
did something else with it.
and like again going back to the example of GoldenEye. If you know what you're doing, if you have played the game before, or if you're good at the game, GoldenEye is like 2 hours long, right? Like it is a very short game, but because of the way like the difficulty adds extra objectives and the fact that you can like complete multiple objectives in like different ways, it is also just like very fun to like play it over and over again and see and try if this works or like do a higher difficulty and check the new objectives, you know. So like it is 2 hours long, but you want to keep playing it, so it ends up being like more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Speaking of Silksong, because I see I see Kila mentioning Silksong in chat. And speaking of
It's
this
out.
industry being fucking cooked,
It's finally out.
yeah.
Go on.
Speaking of this industry being fucking cooked, you know what the stupidest thing I've seen about like Silksong?
What?
I have seen publishers bitching about the price.
Oh, it's too cheap. I'm so upset. No, I'm happy about it. I'm happy as they're upset.
Yeah,
As I sit there with a gleeful smile because one, Hollow Knight was extremely successful. Like they had money, like a lot of money from like Hollow Knight, and that was $20. To be fair, first game off of their was it a Kickstarter?
yeah, I think.
Yeah, off their Kickstarter. Second game, they didn't have to do this. But now that they've like undercut a bunch of publishers, it's so great because now the publishers can't look at it and go like, "Oh fuck, we gotta like," because GTA was the whole corpo greed situation kind of getting into effect, and then Mario Kart kind of threw that like nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
But Silksong coming in here and going like, "No, you can have a bunch of content, and we're gonna put it at $20." And to
yeah,
be fair, I sit there and I'm like, really? Like me as a consumer, I'm like,
yeah.
you don't want
Like
more? Like I'm just
I
like,
will pay more.
I mean, like, yeah, I'd be willing to pay you like at least 30, bro. He's like, no, it's 20.
20 works. 20 is fine.
20's work. We got plenty of money. What do you think we're short on money?
And I don't know. I don't know how
Could
much.
you imagine a company that isn't greedy?
And
It
like
doesn't need all the money.
I don't know how much money, how high the budget was. I don't know how much it cost to make the game, but
It's low. It's lower because it's a 3-person team
yeah,
over
but
the
like,
course of.
I
Yeah.
think it doesn't matter, but because like it crashed all of the storefronts when it came out.
Yeah, it did.
Steam crashed, PlayStation Store crashed, the Nintendo eShop crashed. So like I don't know,
Yeah.
like whatever amount of money the game costs to make it, they probably already like doubled it.
Don't treat the consumer like money cows, and they'll buy shit.
like whatever amount of money they spent on this like past 7 years, they probably already like doubled it because like it crashed all of the
Probably.
stores.
I mean, like it was brilliant on them to go small development. Admittedly, taking long, and there are some complaints on like, okay, maybe you should have had someone to go like, okay, we should have like a target date, and then you could do DLC or like at least keep the community updated.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, no, this is a win. It's really great that like something new can come out. That's like, even if people were to still call Silksong indie,
yeah,
which I guess you could. It's one of those gray lines. It's just like it's still a steal at 20.
yeah,
Like it feels wrong to look at that as the base price.
yeah.
I'm tempted to get Silksong, but I haven't played Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is worth the money. It's a very good game. You'll get hours and hours of content out of it, depending on how far you want to go.
I own it, but I never played it.
So I played it when Duro was shit talking me to play it, and then I finished it before him.
I don't even know
And then I should talk
why.
to
I
him
don't even know
about
why I own it. Like who gave it to me? Because I don't remember buying it.
I don't know. It's a good game. It's probably one of the best Metroidvanias I've played in the past decade. So, like, high praise on it. It's really good.
Yeah. But yeah, like
that being said, like if you're gonna wait for Silksong after you play Hollow Knight, like that's a lot of time you got to invest.
yeah.
Oh, you haven't played it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like well, yeah, like I've seen like some publishers wishing up some like people on the industry being bitches about the fact that like the fact that Hollow Knight is $20 is going to like make it harder to justify their games being so fucking expensive.
Yeah, good.
And it's like that sounds like a fucking you problem, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Good. Good. Maybe it'll make you start realizing you can't spend all the money on the world and then expect us to pay like more. Like
Maybe
good.
maybe stop.
Cut.
Maybe lower your budgets. Maybe make smaller games.
Cut. I don't care if the horse's testicles shiver in the winter. Why would I want that?
Yeah. It's like, you know, like a few rules. Like when it comes to like details on the game. If you need to pause and zoom to notice it, you don't need it. If you need to make a comparison to notice it, you don't need it. If you need someone on YouTube to tell you that detail exists, you don't need it.
You don't need it, and like, to be fair, I will admit it does happen to creatives where they do love adding detail to the point where it affects like releasing things. I know friends who are artists, I know friends who are animators, etc., where they will work on one thing and they will try to add more details that are not easily noticeable.
Yeah.
And that happens.
That's what a producer is for.
Yeah. And it's just like, hey, in an ideal world, a producer goes like, don't care about it.
We don't need
If it's eating up work time and like it's not going to be recognized, don't worry about it.
We don't need horseball physics. Just work on something.
Yeah.
Just work on a mission. I don't know.
Now that being said, I don't think that was like a developer thing. I think that was totally like the upper brass going like, we want to add like stupid detail.
Yeah, but that's because
Rockstar's-
the upper brass or Rockstar are a bunch of of like pretentious cons.
Yeah, I feel like the last two games I paid full price for were No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk PS4, both launch day. Oof, on the second one, but it got better. Well, actually, both on launch day. It's pretty bad, but like they ended up being good. Why the fuck would I ever do that again? I don't care that they're better now. I already played them. Yeah, true. That's the problem with launch day. The patient, like, if you're usually you'll collect more W's if you're just patient.
Yeah.
With a product. Even now that Silksong's like out and it's cheap, and I'd totally buy it. I'm not gonna buy it now because like the dev said they had a lot more they wanted to add in.
Yes, I'm just wait for the DLC.
That all but confirms the fact that this thing is probably gonna get expansions.
Is the same reason I haven't played Expedition 33? Because I look at that game and I'm like, this game is like 100% my jam. Like I know that when I play Expedition 33 I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
Because it looks 100% like my jam. But I haven't played it because the developers say they want to do the DLC. So I'm just going to fucking wait. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah,
just wait. My backlog is long enough. I can just play something else.
I didn't buy Cyberpunk, and now it's like apparently good, so like I can go at it if I wanted.
It
It's in
is.
my Steam Family
Like
account.
like I
So
played I
like
played it recently and it's actually
maybe
really fun.
yeah. So like wait, because unfortunately the way with how the industry is, it's like hey, sometimes you got to release it like half cooked, and it's like. There's always like two different extremes of just like you should release it and then there's the my god why did you release it now,
Yeah.
but like yeah it is. I remember a lot of friends going to the updated version and saying it was really
Yeah,
good,
it is
and
it is fun
it's
now.
on I have my Steam library sorted in such a way where I have like Try from Family account and that's on it. So is Expedition 33 and Baldur's Gate, and like I'll get to them. Baldur's Gate's already gotten all the updates it'll ever get, but it's like way too long for me to justify doing it now
Balticate.
versus playing like what's on my backlog. But yeah.
I think I think my I think the person on the store misunderstood me when I went to buy that game because now I have an RPG where everyone is bald. I don't understand.
Okay.
I came up with that on the run. Do you like it? I can improvise.
I know you came that up.
I can improvise.
You can improvise. Okay, I guess it's my turn. Unlike media played, I've just been playing Marvel Midnight Suns, which is the Firaxis game that has a bunch of Marvel characters in a tactics game where it's so interesting in like how it fuses a bunch of different elements to be its own thing, because it doesn't have being original is very tough in any sort of medium.
Yeah.
This thing just like takes a bunch of different mechanics and then sews them together to where it becomes unique on its own. So like if for instance it's a tactics game, Eagle Eye View tactics game, right?
I mean it's Firaxis.
And
It's Firaxis, so I imagine it's like maybe
yeah,
like
it's
a
for
little
access,
bit
right?
XCOM-y.
Exactly. That would have been the thought at the start, but like you can't do regular actions. You have like a point system where certain actions and okay, so you have cards for the fights, and it's a deck builder on the side.
Oh.
And so you build certain decks for certain missions and stuff to make heroes do different actions and stuff, so they can be like their DPS. They can do some of their support features. They can do a bunch of stuff. So you can fine tune, and there's a decent amount of leeway and mechanics that each of the heroes have. Like one has a gambit system, but it's not gambit. One has like Deadpool has like an Enfuego system. I don't really remember how that works. Magic can just throw portals into the middle of the field with no cost, and they become a free knockback damage dispenser. So like if you kick people into it, it's added damage. And there are a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
And it makes it interesting enough and versatile in the tactics that actually happen with like on the combat there. You only have like you can only play 3 cards, but you can you get a card refund if certain conditions are met. You have to build up a hero point system to play the stronger cards. So like weaker cards will build up like more points, and then you can use it, or you can use environmental kills and stuff like that. And there's a lot of love put into this game, which is a shame as to the marketing team like failing it. Like you get a pretty big cast of like unit characters, and they all have relatively unique dialogue and missions together.
Yeah.
Even the DLC, fucking Deadpool's DLC, Venom's DLC, Storm's DLC, and fucking Morbius is DLC, and Morbius is broken. Like
He morphs all over the battlefield.
Yeah, he has like as soon as you get him, he has like a skill where he can just charm an enemy and make them turn on like their kin, or he can chain 4 damage. Like, bruh. Blade is amazing. The game kind of ships a crack ship between him and Captain Marvel, which is cute because Blade's like, oh yeah, well, in my line of work, like if anyone comes close to me, they die. But like, who's gonna kill Captain Marvel? You're like, oh,
And the answer is Disney.
that's your dating criteria.
And the answer is Disney.
And like I can't do it any justice. There's just so much in that card system that's so unique. You do polls. by completing missions like in an XCOM style, and then they have a specific rarity. But then some cards, when they're opened up from the pack, they'll have a modular system, which means they have a modded effect that's added onto them, and then you can upgrade them if you have multiple copies to do like to get another bonus effect or like higher damage peak or like lower cost to play. And then there's like a forge that you can build more things to like make the processes easier for like bonus cards, for hero deck cards, for a bunch of things. There's a training grounds where you can auto level characters. You can add like bonus effects at the start of their next battle. You can in the forge you can build things based off of like how many missions you do with people. If you do like enough missions with Deadpool, he just makes a food truck in the training grounds.
And what does he do with
burritos.
it?
The food truck allows you to discard cards so that you may gain a bonus action on the battlefield.
Why?
So you're like, okay. If you do Magic's thing, she has a training ground that will auto level units. Not auto level, you have to manually do it, but like it'll help them all catch up to the same level
Is Magic hot on that
through a
thing?
gauntlet style mode. Yeah, she's fine. She's cool. She's hot. She's goth. So is Nico Minoru. They're two different types of goth. Magic is like the standoff grumpy goth, and Nico's like the sociable goth.
Yeah.
And it feels like Nico's always like wanting your attention, which is wild.
You also mentioned like the
She's
other
cool.
day. You mentioned like
Oh, that game takes so many shots of Captain Marvel's ass.
yeah, and you didn't show me any pictures, and I'm upset about that.
It's not like it's the most impressive one, but it's just like anytime you go to the war room that she has, she does a pose and the camera zooms in to give you enough of a shot of it. Anytime there's like a cutscene that includes her with a battle, she stands up and the camera rear views it, and you're just like, what's so great about her ass? And she's a great unit too. She has one move where she can go into the middle of a bunch of enemies and taunt them, and every hit they do, she counters each and every one, and her damage output's pretty high, so you can just wipe units.
There's a character there's a character that has that exact same skill on fucking 100 line.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like
That's awesome.
yeah, you can like do an action to taunt the enemies, and then it also gives him like extra armor. And what happens is that like every attack every attack he takes, every hit he takes, when he's in that state, like stacks up his damage multiplier, and then next turn when you attack, that applies.
That's actually really good. What else was I gonna say? There's also, now this isn't just a card game base builder tactics game. There's also a social link system where you become friends with each of these people with fully fleshed out dialogue of you hanging out. Not even just the level, like not even just like the social aspects of you leveling up to the 5th link. It's like even the in-betweens have unique dialogue, and the cast is big. So Jesus.
So it's also a Fire
If you
Emblem
do
game.
that, then your team bond goes up, which allows for more perks. You have a self-insert character, sort of, who kind of meshes well with this universe, and he or she is also a unit that you can dispense and have like an alignment to, and how they do their tactics. If you align with darkness more, you get more offense heavy self-damage ones. If you have light, you have more heal proc and like I think opportunities for stun and stuff like that.
That's one thing I don't
And,
understand about games that have like an alignment system for skills. Why is it always like if you are good, you are a babysitter? If you are bad, you are cool and can actually do damage?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the good skills are actually pretty decent because they chain a little more easy if I remember right. So I can hit multiple enemies, which is pretty good for cleanup. There's just so much in this game that like definitely feels like there was a lot of care and respect into it.
Yeah.
And it's just sad.
And then nobody played it
when it came out. Yeah, the marketing when it came out just.
But I also think
like,
I also think that like
yeah,
like I don't know. I feel like at that particular point when that game came out, there was like a particularly like strong
Marvel
like
fatigue.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
could be
I
that.
think people just didn't want to play a Marvel game in
I
2022.
do agree with that. There was a time where I was playing it where I was like, man, if this came out when I was like in high school
Yeah,
or even early university, I could see way more people talking about it and me enjoying it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Because
this is like
because I
a
feel like 2022 was the point where like the MCU started like showing its cracks, like really showing the cracks.
well, it's just oversaturated. Like there's just too much exposure.
Yeah,
I'll say the good thing about this game too, because it has a diverse Marvel cast. It respects the idea that you might not know who these people are and gives you like a relatively like base rundown of each character. Like they'll just tell you who they are and their story if you bother to ask.
yeah,
Like you have a dialogue option and you can ask for their origin and they'll give you a brief summation, etc. And if you don't want to ask, you don't want to ask.
yeah. It's like like when I'm playing Marvel Rivals, I get into a match, and I'm like, okay, that's Wolverine, that's Captain America. I don't know who any of you people are. I don't know any of you.
Yeah. So you can bother asking who's who on like their origins, like how they got their powers, etc., which is pretty good.
Like
The
I'm going like
casting,
like the new character that got me to reinstall the game, like the Muslim
yeah,
mommy. I don't know where she's
I have
from.
no idea. I have no idea where she's from
I
either.
don't fucking know.
Um,
I don't know where
but
Luna's. I
yeah,
don't know where Luna Snow is from. I don't fucking know.
I'll say like the casting also
Yeah,
is generally really good. Like you've got like some heavy hitters. You've got like Steve Bloom as Wolverine because of course he is Wolverine, right?
yeah.
He's the voice that's always there. I think you've got Laura Bailey as Captain Marvel. Um, and I didn't know this. They weren't even cross marketing per se. They don't have anything where it's like you should check out this initiative or this thing or whatever. They don't do that. But like the character who plays Nico Minoru, um, she's from a show called The Runaways, which is on a comic called The Runaways, and they got the same actor from the show to be her voice actor, and she does really well. And this is like yeah. Um, Aside from that, it doesn't do the smug Marvel humor, which is just infuriating. Everyone is mostly just the autistic, talkative, awkward person from high school that nobody bothered to correct their behavior on. None of them shut up. But it's not so offensive that you get annoyed. You're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's like an yeah, that's a tricky line to walk with Marvel stuff because people are predisposed to just like I feel like with Marvel stuff, like people are just predisposed to like being aggressive if like they try to get too creepy. It's like, why are you doing it? It's like because like
The other problem is
that's the
just like
reputation.
because a lot of them get really talkative, it starts to demean some of the other characters who are just naturally more talkative, like Spider-Man and Deadpool. Although Deadpool does have still some pretty good lines that piss.
And he has a food
It's
truck.
pretty
How can you hate someone with a food truck?
He's just in it to piss everyone off that he works with. It's amazing. Like there's a mission where you go on and your mission handler is old and she's just like she's talking shit to him to Blade like he's not in the room.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know I'm here, right?" And he's like, "Are you getting that old? Do you need your meds in bedtime?" And it's like, "You better not cross that line. You better not. Don't worry, I've handled senior citizens before." It's just like immediately the handler goes like, "Listen here, you little shit," and then it cuts off. Like Blade cuts off the transmission. It's like we should not go back to the base for a while.
Yeah. Probably not
Like,
safe.
Okay. Probably not safe for a good portion. Oh no, I've turned into a mountain. Oh, I'm back.
What? What happened?
Now I've turned into a different picture of me.
What? How the fuck did that
I don't know
happen?
what happened. I am now the block.
Let me
You
see.
fix
What the
it.
fuck happened here?
I forget what site we used to fix it.
Reactive?
Let me see. No, I gotta check on our chat thing. Yeah, I don't know. Could you send me the link again? Let's see if it's on my end. I
That's
haven't
weird.
done anything with this.
Yeah, I didn't move
Yeah, it
anything
is.
either. Like it just happened by itself. I don't know why.
Oh, for some reason I still have to authorize it again.
Oh,
No,
there you
set
are.
these. Yeah, I just had to manually do it. Why did it do that?
I don't know. I've never seen that do. I've never seen it do that before.
Yeah. What else can I say? Yeah, no, there's just a lot of this that's fun. It definitely scratches a brain itch of like wanting to maximize everything, like the social links and all
Yeah,
that.
the
But
brain goblins.
yeah, it's I've been having a fun time.
Yeah.
It's been having fun. So yeah. And that's all I managed to play. I played some Lost Judgment on Sunday. We're getting closer to the end. Maybe like 3 more sessions. We got 3 out of the 4 girlfriends. We gotta get the 4th.
Yeah.
Finish up the last side missions and then
That foreign
beat
girl
the
is so
game.
fucking pretty.
Oh, Emily?
Yeah.
Emily's cool. Emily's cool. I like
I have a 3D model of her somewhere.
the last one is like the nurse, and she's the most annoying because you have to go through a day-night cycle, but you can't control the day-night cycle until like post-game, so you have to just wait for the game to naturally do it. So yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it was The Last Judgment continues to be my favorite RGG game until I
Yeah.
get my hands on like Pirate Yakuza and feel that out and see where it lands. But yeah, that's all I played. And
Speaking
once I'm
of
done that, maybe Final Fantasy 12.
speaking of like I don't know, when you mentioned you have like a self-insert character on Marvel Rivals. I mean, in Midnight Suns. And now I'm wondering because
Yeah.
like the Marvel Rivals director has like stated that they have like the green light to like make OCs, to make original characters.
Oh yeah.
And it's
But,
like, is there any circumstance in like that in which that could work? Like how many
the
characters?
Midnight Sun coming in.
No, like the Marvel Rivals director says they have the green light to just make up characters.
Yeah, I know that, but it's like
Like, do you see any like, because like there are so many fucking characters? Do you think there is a point where people will not get angry about it being a wasted slot?
no, that was just gonna be my argument. Is like, why would you do that when people would go like, hey, you know this universe that has a plethora of characters with interesting abilities and movesets that you could have done? Why did you just make a random guy when I
Yeah.
wanted this? Right? It's like a tough line to walk. It's like if you want to have the original character, sometimes you can go with it if the cast isn't big. Like Dragon Ball Fighters has a pretty small cast considering it's a Dragon Ball game, right? And they have one OC character, and then they made her canon, which is cool, and she's
Yeah.
awesome. Like Android 21, what a baddie. But
Yeah.
like, in a situation where it's like Marvel, where there's like hundreds, if not, I'm going to assume thousands or 1,000 characters that you could like take from the pool and add to this multiplayer experience.
Yeah.
I don't even think they scratched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to like popular Marvel characters. So like why add
You know what they should add?
OCs?
They should put like Death from
Mhm.
Deadpool. She's hot.
Yeah, but how would you balance death in a multiplayer game?
I don't know. Figure it out. That's not my
Yeah,
job.
She just. I guess you could just give her a Reaper ult or something, but it's just like I
Yeah.
don't know what the. She's like a cosmic level entity. How's that?
Oh yeah, like I almost uninstalled Marvel Rivals as soon as I played it. Because I got into a match and the first thing that happened is that I got like ulted by someone called Tanusi. And I'm like, I'm done with this fucking game.
Yeah, fair. Death would make you start playing. I mean, Death is pretty bad though. I mean, she's really hot in the Deadpool game. Her model, from what I remember.
Yeah. Who else?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, and Nolan North is. No, wait. I don't think Nolan North is Deadpool this time. In Midnight Sun.
actually, is Deadpool himself on Marvel Rivals? I don't know.
What, you mean Ryan Reynolds?
No, I mean Deadpool, the character. Is he on like Marvel Rivals? I don't know.
Oh, he's coming to Marvel Rivals.
Huh. I don't know. He's the thing. I don't know what male characters are in the game.
Oh, he was portrayed by Nolan North. He just sounded like nasally for some reason, which is good. Okay, so yeah, they casted like all the big ones in Midnight Suns. I will say also, Midnight Suns got rid of the 2K launcher, which is great, but it does something in the
Ow.
loading screens. I don't know what's going on, but yeah,
What is he doing on the loading screens?
it just makes them terrible. Like they chug frame rate. Like it
Oh.
is disgusting. Like the rest of the game will perform extremely well, but for some reason,
me
like the
check
loading
something.
transition back to the base is just like really bad. Could be the anti-cheat.
Game has fucking anti-cheat?
Didn't you say it had some sort of kernel protection? I just
No,
assumed.
it's DRM. It has the new.
Oh, right. It is de novo.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can because that sounds like a familiar problem. Are you playing the game on Are you playing the game on an SSD?
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be that. Maybe? I don't know. It could be an issue.
All my games load up on SSD.
It could be an issue. Hi, Rex. Do not tell them what I'm doing on the other place. It could be an issue with because I'm checking if the game uses DirectX 11 or 12. And if it is DirectX 12, and if it is DirectX 12, it may if it is DirectX 12, it may be that it is compiling shaders during loading screens.
I'll have to check, but like yeah, it's
Does the CPU usage spike during loading screens?
I actually haven't checked it right now on the CPU usage. I should do that the next time I open up Task Manager.
Because if it is spiking on loading screens, it may be that it is compiling shaders.
Because the rest of the game runs smooth, runs really smooth, but as soon as those loading screens to the Abbey hits, oh my god, is it disgusting. I have the FPS counter at the thing. It goes from 120 back to 5.
Yeah.
Just ew.
I mean, they're loading screens. They maybe look crusty, but they're not.
It is, but it's one of those situations where you can still feel it. It's that bad. And they take long. But yeah. Other than that, I really recommend this game if you like tactics games, if you like deck builders, if you like base management, and if you just all the many subsystems or whatever I don't look at in an annoyed way. I'm just yeah, this is a Firaxis game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, it does sound interesting, but I just never I cannot see myself spending money on a Marvel product at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I got it when Midnight Suns I think was just doing so poorly that a Humble Bundle had loaded it and all of its content for about $20. And Midnight Suns used to be free on PlayStation Plus, quote unquote, air quotes free, but yeah. And that's when I got it. So it for the amount I paid there, I think it was definitely worth it. I think it's gotten back to full game price, it's $69.99 or something like that. And I looked at it and I'm ew, why did you do that? You're trying to get more people to play the game.
And although it's an old game, I feel at this point the game should start going down in price.
Yeah, it should. But yeah, I can see myself dumping another 1 or 2 weeks on this fucking game. But
oh yeah, it's full price now. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was super surprised about it because I was thinking about it and I was just because I remember because I was wait, do I have the DLC? And then I checked the Steam store and then on my phone and then it's oh, it's full price again, which is weird. But then I checked the DLC and I was oh, I own all the DLC. Good.
I mean, there's looking going back to the characters on Marvel Rivals is can you imagine if they had an OC before they had Ghost Rider?
Well, they also said the same thing for 2XKO from Marvel. And it's that's not why people are getting it. If you have the thing, it's not the reason why I'm not complaining about Rivals or even stuff hell, I'll get out an ass, but Jump Force is because those are customizable characters that are just given to the player.
Yeah.
You're quote unquote designing them. That's just one character who's oh, you're the middle hero, you can steal moves from like your favorite characters and make your own or Street Fighter 5. Oh, sorry, Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, right? That's like fine. That's just the remixing of things and adding it to your own character. Whereas in like you have spent development time and making an idea for this character instead of like pulling in another character from this well of a property that everyone would rather want. And it's like my brain just goes like, okay, if you have a really cool character idea, like pocket them and then put them in your own intellectual property. Why would you give it to Marvel?
Yeah. And he's like I'm just trying to imagine, like, genuinely, like the amount of stink it will cause if they put like yeah, because Ghost Rider isn't in the game, I think. But like, can you imagine if they put an OC before like someone like Ghost Rider? It's like, yeah,
I'd be upset. Ghost Rider is like one of my favorite Marvel characters.
I do.
He's in Midnight Suns, but the sequel one, Robbie Reyes, and instead of a motorcycle, he uses a Camaro or something, like a tricked out Camaro, and it's kind of dope.
I do wish there was like a create a character on Rivals.
I think it's hard for like a hero shooter, but yeah.
Because
did you know?
Because like the thing is like,
yeah, go ahead.
is like, as far as gameplay goes, I really like the Punisher.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
But he's like an ugly, like a big ugly guy, and I don't want to play as a fucking big ugly guy.
Oh my god, you're such a baby. Such a
So just like,
baby.
let me give the gun to a cute girl. What's the harm?
Oh my god.
And he's like the ugliest guy.
Can't you just like add a mod or something and then just like get female?
I don't know if
models
I don't know if like maybe the anti-cheat will like.
Mm.
And also like with games like that, it's hard because like usually games like
They're
that
trying to sell
every
skins.
no like every update breaks mods. If you manage to like get a game like that working on like, that's why I hate the fact that Bethesda keeps updating Skyrim. Like stop updating Skyrim.
Do you know like, okay, so Ghost Rider, okay, there used to be like a thing where DC and Marvel were on more friendly terms, and they did a collaboration universe called the Amalgam Universe.
Yeah.
Right? And so you would get two heroes that would fuse. So they'd be the two characters who somehow shared a backstory and then got the both power sets fused together, right?
Yeah.
So Wolverine and Batman, you had Dark Claw. Captain America, Superman, I forget his name. Would you like to know who Ghost Rider fused with?
Who?
And what his name was?
Okay. Because I don't know
Ghost
superheroes.
Okay, Ghost Rider fuses with the hero The Flash to become Speed Demon. And it's the coolest shit ever. He's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you cooked. That's rad. Yeah. Speed Demon's great. Could you imagine like the Collector of Souls moving at a speed to which you cannot even quantify? That's terrifying.
Yeah. Like, like I don't know, because in my mind, anything involving like Ghost Rider, I just imagining like Nicolas Cage doing it.
Oh yeah, true. Well, they didn't use Nicolas Cage's in Midnight Suns. They used Robbie Reyes is like the second one who, not second, maybe third, but he's like a Latin American goth with a disabled younger brother, and he has a Camaro. I'm assuming it's a Camaro that's like modded out. It just kind of is. I don't know. It's like people are used to like the iconic imagery of Ghost Rider and the motorcycle. There's just something so funny about like a man with a flaming skull driving a car as if it's like commuting to work day.
Yeah, but it would really funny. You know what? It would be really funny if they gave him like one of those like really tiny cars.
Oh, like a smart car?
No, like I'm just imagining. Can you imagine Ghost Rider riding one of these? Like riding like a BMW Isetta or something like that. Like Ghost Rider just like. Whee!
Oh, that'd be pretty funny.
And there's like
Charger from Shield was saying. Yeah.
And there's like flaming decals on the side of the car.
That'd be pretty funny.
But it's still like a 2-cylinder it is still like a 2-cylinder motorcycle engine, so it's going at like 40 miles per hour tops.
The thing about The thing about Ryder is like the Ghost Charger that Killer mentioned.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Sorry about that. Doggo came in with food. The thing about the Ghost Charger that Killa mentioned is it just makes Ghost Rider like the fastest thing in that entire comic universe. She does not mute me. We're in a call. We're not in a server.
Yeah, I don't mute him. He mutes himself to do
What-
stuff
what's
to the dog.
Yeah. Do stuff to the dog. What?
Yeah, that sounds wrong. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It sounds really bad. As a Mexican, big fan of the Robbie Reyes. Yeah. Power to you, Silent. I'd mute him too. Killer, what's your beef with me? Fuck off. God damn, man. Give me a break. I'm trying to live life. I come here every week. This guy comes in his fucking Wallace and Gromit chair. What do you mean you started? You wanted it. Oh my god. I'm not getting into this again. Oh my god. I went this thing that I want to be involved in. I don't like the name. Let's change it to something else. And now you have been perpetually pissy for every week that I get on.
You know what I went to see Ghost Rider on?
What?
I went to see a Ghost Rider riding one of these. What the fuck is an A-beef? Why do we keep inventing new image formats? What the fuck is wrong? Stop inventing new, like...
But you know,
I feel like,
power to you, Silent. Yeah, go ahead.
like, we should stop changing stuff that doesn't need to be fucking changed. Like,
Yeah, no, the additional image form. We've talked about this before.
yeah, and dude, like, I don't know what happened, but like this week I got it. Like this week, YouTube changed the interface for me. I guess I'm in like an A/B testing stuff or something like that, and it fucking sucks. And it's like, why are we changing the interface? Why are we do? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Stop changing stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was gonna say like Silent does bring up a good point, and this is coming from someone who's also a POC. Is just like having representation, in like superhero media or just media in general is just always fun. And Robbie like does it justice because he's just like genuinely a super nice guy.
Or one Ghost Rider on one of these like little electronic motorbikes.
That would be pretty funny. I mean, there's a Ghost Rider on a horse. You can have a Ghost Rider on a fucking electric scooter.
Yeah, but like the horse is kind of cool. Like a ghost
I think there
horse
was a
is kind of
second
cool.
Nicolas Cage. I forget if the the horse is a skeleton. Yeah, because in the second movie, I think it's like some old dude hops up and he was the previous Ghost Rider, and then like Nicolas Cage is on his motorcycle, riding next to a Ghost Rider who has like a skeleton horse.
The only thing I remember about like the second movie is that like the female lead was really hot.
I can't remember it too much. The
Uh,
first movie is the horse? I swear I thought it was the second movie.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
that's good.
first movie is the horse, and he's like a famous actor that was in a lot of westerns that plays like the previous Ghost Rider.
I'm trying to remember what the second movie was.
Yeah, the second movie was bad, but like he was bad in like really funny way.
I can't remember wasn't he just fighting Satan? Oh my god, I'm getting these mixed up now. It's been a long time.
Yeah, in the first one it was Sam Elliott who was like the previous Ghost Rider, and he had a horse. He had a ghost horse.
Yeah, I do remember that because he's the same guy who does the fucking car commercials.
And you know what? Like that fucking horse is sick. That fucking horse is
It
sick.
is.
It is
It's
like
rad as
it is
shit.
like a dead horse with like flaming eyes and like
What?
you know what? That fucks.
You shut out the trauma of the second movie. That happens. That happens like when we talked about Psychopaths. It's wild that it only has 2 seasons.
Yeah. But like, yeah, like I do, like because I did watch, and I did like, this is one of those movies. Like you watch the movie and you are like, wow, this is absolute garbage, but I kind of love it.
I genuinely just can't remember much about it.
But like,
I think like
has that ever
I
happened to
remember
you?
watching 2 movies. I'm sure it'd be tough for me to remember, but it's like I like how I knew I watched 2 movies. And I took one cool thing from the first movie and gave it to the second as if it was a consolation prize.
Yeah, again, like the only thing
Because I can't remember anything.
the only thing I remember about the second movie is like the female lead. Like I thought she was really hot. And you know what? I'm looking at her. Yeah, Yeah, she is.
Ghost Rider 2. Need to remember Ghost Rider 2. What happens in Ghost Rider 2?
Yeah, she is really hot, actually. So I guess that memory was right, because you know what? I still think she's really hot.
Oh god, I forgot about this long-haired albino-looking dude.
Yeah. She's really hot, right? Like, it's not only me. Like, she's hot.
My god. I really would just sit around and just let myself experience this bullshit. Yeah, it was Mephisto.
But yeah, like, this actress is the only thing I remember about that second movie.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I do remember there was like a
Oh
child.
yeah, she's pretty.
There was like a child that was like the soul of Satan or something like that.
Well, no, she was like no, sorry, he was Mephisto's son.
And he wanted him to like be immortal or something like that.
Would you be a Ghost Rider? Your whole life would have to be like collecting souls. Like you wouldn't get much control of it.
I don't know. Like being already horse, I don't want to like start like beating fire out of there.
Because like Zarathos is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
So like Oh right, and the plot of your insert character for Midnight Suns is he's the son of Lilith.
Oh.
And Lilith is like the evil demon old goth woman who's the main antagonist, sort of, maybe. Not
so my type.
entirely sure. The weird thing is though, like you can change your skin color, but your mom's skin color will always be white, so you just gotta make the assumption she was just like playing the field.
I mean that happens. That because like because that
Yeah, but I'm like, I chose my guy as like pretty dark. Like
Yeah.
you know, reflecting my skin color. Like, come on now, you couldn't change her skin color too. Then again, like, oh, by the way, one of the things is your aunt is the caretaker, and she's just a bitter, overprotective lesbian.
No, but like
You find out, I was like, why? Hey, auntie, why are you like?
wait, are there female
being
Ghost
such a
Riders?
control? Yeah, I'm sure there was a female Ghost Rider at some point.
Yeah, and then yes.
Because all you need is to be inhabited by a spirit of vengeance and make a contract, right?
I wanna fuck the fire lady.
I think it's yeah, there is one. What is she? What the fuck? Oh, she's also riding a motorcycle, but it kind of looks a little weird. I'm trying to. Okay, Alejandra Jones is her name. Oh, she also has Zarathos?
I don't know what that name
Oh,
means.
she used to be Ghost Rider. Zarathos is like the demon that inhabits like Ghost Rider. That gives him his abilities. It's like a it's a partnership deal. When things get
I thought
really
that was
bad,
Satan.
Zarathos. No.
Listen, my only contact
Movies
with
might have been.
my only contact with Ghost Rider is the movies. So I don't know.
Yeah, no problem. I think it's because usually comics would like toe the line on like active religions and not really.
Yeah, because like here,
Right? Because like an ancient one.
here's the thing about me. I don't know anything about superheroes. I really don't.
That's valid. I used to read a lot of DC. I would occasionally go into Marvel. I haven't caught up with them in like years. Just genuine years.
And you're not going to because it's super complicated and it's not worth it.
I'm too tired. I'm too tired to like keep going into comic book plots that just like get revised and overwritten anyway, and just like what's the point of getting invested if it's all going to change because someone else wants to
Yeah,
change
but
it?
why is she riding a sports bike when she could be riding me? Wahaha. I had to say it. You know I had to say it. You gotta give the people what they
Shaking my
want.
head right now. Yeah.
You gotta give the people what they want.
You gotta give them what they want. That's. What was I gonna say?
Wait, I remember.
Yeah, your
I
Your
remember
aunt is just like a control freak
I remembered
because
another
her
thing.
girlfriend died. Mm.
I remembered another thing I would like. I remembered another thing I would like. The second Ghost Rider movie.
Oh, what was it?
There is a scene where the little kid is asking him how he pees, and he says like a flamethrower, and they have a cutaway of him peeing fire. It's a really weird movie.
I swear I watched that movie. Did I watch that movie? Did I check out when I watched that movie?
I think your mind just like just decided there was like more productive stuff to do with the space.
Well, you know me. My memory isn't bad. Like, it's pretty decent. So why am I not remembering anything from this movie?
Because it was that bad, your brain decided it's not that. We're not going to keep it.
Ah,
Because like
oh.
I really liked that movie, but I knew immediately that it was a bad movie. But like, has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened to you that you sit down and watch a movie and you are like, this is absolute garbage, but I kind of love it?
You just asked me that question.
But you didn't reply to me.
I told you I can't really think of like an example off the top of my head. It's very tough to think of like a genuinely bad movie that I think that I just like guiltily watch. Mostly because I don't watch as many movies as I used to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, but like, because like, yeah, like I'm not going to defend this. I am not going to defend this movie. I am not going to like pretend it is like a misunderstood masterpiece or anything like that. Like, it is fucking garbage.
Yeah, no,
But I
I'm
like
sure
my
I'm
slop.
sure there's some. Yeah, I'm sure there's something like that for me where I'm like, oh, this is absolute trash, but I enjoy it.
Like everyone needs a little bit of slop every now and then. Just like,
Who is
because like
messaging me?
it is
Oh.
bad, but it is like in a funny way, and the action is kind of cool sometimes. So it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's, and it's not that
Yeah.
long either. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's an enjoyable like.
I think I've had that more with like series and stuff where I'm like, oh, it's like a guilty pleasure.
I feel like a series is too long for that. I feel like I feel like part of the reason I am able to like enjoy movies like that is because like most of the movies I like that are like 90 minutes.
Well, I'm talking mostly like shonen anime and stuff where it's like, yes, it's completely like not that great at instilling plot, but it's like, oh, it gets me hyped though, and that's all it needs to achieve.
Isn't that the entire thing? Isn't that like the entire point of solo leveling? Like
Getting hype, aura shots. That's what I've been told. Yeah.
every time I hear someone talking about solo leveling, they're and like talking positively, they're talking about like the action. Nobody ever mentions the story or like the characters.
Well, it's like at the same time, it's like just know what the genre is. Like I don't get why because I know people who love slice of life and like articulate like media that goes very introspective. It's like, okay, yeah, but like why are you demeaning a genre when it was clearly not made for you?
Yeah.
It's like going like, I want to have a hot dog, and then you walked into like a pizza place that doesn't serve that. Like what did you expect?
Your hot dog sucks. It's flat.
Yeah. And it has cheese on it.
Yeah.
And many cut up hot dogs on it. What is this?
Yeah.
You're just like, it's called a pizza, you fucking doof. Are you okay?
I'm not. I am not.
I wanted your hot dog.
Where's the bread? Where's the bread?
That's the crust.
It doesn't taste like bread.
Get out of my establishment, ma'am. I'm sick of you.
No, yeah, like I do like my garbage sometimes. I do like some garble.
Me too. I mean, it's just like not everything has to be high art. And not everything has to be like so awe-inspiring or something that you have to extrapolate on or like dissect in a multitude of ways. Like you can just enjoy something on its something can just be flatline like dumb and fun.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it. And you can just have a fun time.
Yeah.
Don't be pretentious. Don't be a prick.
Yeah. Good garbo. I like that word. I really like the word garbo. It's a funny word.
Garbo? Yeah.
Garbo.
Yeah.
Because
like dumpster. Dumpster fire.
no, but like I don't know. Garbo sounds kind of like endearing. Like this is my garbo. This is my good garbo.
I don't
like
know.
it.
I feel like it can still be insulting. Although I suppose I suppose like the nicknameification of it makes it sound cuter, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like if someone went like if I made something for someone and then they're like, this is Garbo, you know, like but like if someone went, this is garbage, I'm like, you want to fight? Like I feel like that would just be the energy. Hmm.
Hmm.
You might be right about the Garbo.
Do you have any Garbo games?
Games that I enjoy that are like clearly bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Let me check my Steam right now. I'm completed. Mm. Why do I own Honeycam Studio?
Yeah, why do you own that? I don't.
Oh, right. Someone gifted it. It was okay.
But
It
like
was the friend I told you about who likes lighting fires.
but you're checking your completed. Hmm. Interesting.
Yo, yeah, because I record. Remember, I burned my backlog. I've recorded every single game I own. Fun fact: Honeycam is in the backlog burning video,
Yeah, I know.
but it's
I saw it.
blurred. It's yeah, it's blurred out for a title. Because this used to be when I was far more strict in my backlog burning, where I would also play anything anyone gifted me.
Yeah.
But then I had to like psych myself out of it, and then I had to learn to reject gifted games, and I also had to learn to like not hold gifted games in the same thing as like in the same regards as like a game I personally spent money for.
Yeah. Someone gifted me Bad Rats one, and that's when I decided I'm not going to play gifted games
Yeah,
anymore.
but I think Bad Rats is like gifted. Yeah, I think Bad Rats is like the universal like gifted meme game. Deus Ex.
Garbo games.
Metal Gear Solid 5,
I think most of my Garbo games are just like horny. You know? Like horny Garbo.
Yeah, I'm just Assassin's Creed, Phasmophobia,
Resident Evil
XCOM
6
2,
actually. Resident Evil 6 is my Garbo.
Oh yeah, for you absolutely. Resident Evil 6, Oberdin, Streets of Fury, Disco Elysium, Darkside Detective, Gang Beasts, Overboard, Isomnium, Blade Assault. I didn't like Blade Assault 30XX, Batman, Arkham Knight, Paradise Kill. I don't like Paradise Killer that much. Murder. Hitman, Super Horizon, Magman, Academy, Duty Killer, Frequency, Dredge, Mass Effect, Midnight Suns, Mouthwashing, Duck Detective, Outer Wilds, Tactical Breach. Okay, so it's not in my PC games.
But I feel like
God, I think
I feel like I feel like
catalog
I feel like having
my
Garbo game.
console.
I feel like having Garbo games is harder because like you have to like actively make it happen.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, and I've agreed with the sentiment because we've gotten older, and like it's even more so the case for Willie and Pat is when they said the iconic line of, "I have no more time for mid."
Yeah.
It's like yeah, because like when I was a teenager, yeah, I'd play anything if it was cheap and I had the time, right? But like now, since the market is just so diverse, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be
Oh,
spending my time when I could be spending my time on something else.
you know what my Garbo my brand of Garbo is?
What?
Free to play, like super obscure free to play Korean MMOs. like I'm checking my Steam library and there's like 20 of them. And I remember like outside of Steam I have like another 10. It's like, yeah, that's what I do. I just play like one of them for like 2 days every now and then.
I'm sorry, I'm still looking through all the. When did I own this? My favorite Garbo game. Would Catherine count?
No, I think Catherine
That's
is
more
like,
of a writing angle. Because Catherine as a gameplay staple is pretty good.
yeah.
Ah,
And I think with the writing, you could argue that there is like a degree of intentionality to how like trashy it is sometimes.
yeah, and like how terrible it is. I do think that they missed the point when they remade the third one because there are some endings that kind of just are not good in their implications.
because like for me there's a distinction between like for me there's a distinction between like movies that have like negative reviews, but I think like people just miss the point, and movies that are like I agree are bad, but I like them anyway. You know,
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
like there's like because like for example like I will go to bat for John Carter from the Moon. Nobody watched that movie, and it has like it is like most people like say it's a 5 out of 10, but I will go to bat for that movie. I think it's honestly like a really good like action adventure thing with like some really good cinematography and stuff like that. I think it's really good. I will go to watch for like, and I also will go to watch for like Tron Legacy. I will go to watch for Tron Legacy because I think I will go to watch for Tron Legacy because I think Tron Legacy is like, I don't know if this makes any sense, but like for me Tron Legacy is the perfect example of something that is like, you know how they say like style versus substance and stuff like that. For me Tron Legacy is the perfect example of something where style is substance. You know?
Okay, I'm gonna give this haphazardly to Death's Gambit.
Yeah.
Where I think Death's Gambit is kind of trash in how it operates on a gameplay level. I think a stamina system akin to Dark Souls on a 2D Metroidvania Souls-like is bad as an idea.
Yeah.
And it plays pretty bad. Matt Mercer just saves it.
Yeah.
His interpretation of death is just so fun. Oh, yeah, also if you pick the male option in voice acting for Midnight Suns, yeah, it's Matt. I forgot it's totally Matt. Which was good. It was nice hearing him again. I like Matt Mercer. He's a great voice actor.
Yeah, I love Matt.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who's the female voice? Let me see if I recognize
for the Midnight Sun.
Is that their actual name? The Midnight Sun?
No, they're called the Hunter. They didn't actually get a name.
Because like honestly, like it would be really funny if they would call the Midnight Sun.
Because they're just called the Hunter.
I don't recognize it from anything.
Elizabeth Grellan.
Yeah, I don't recognize it from anything.
That's cool. Let's see her. Yeah, she's not in anything I recognize too. Oh, she's in Jedi Fallen Order. Is she the goth in Fallen Order?
I don't know. I never played one of those.
Your hot goth wife? Oh, the goth in Jedi Fallen Order is... You'd be like, damn. Oh, she's one of the goths. She's the unstable.
I mean, I have a 3D model of the goth. I just don't know anything about her because I never played that game. I never watched that game because I don't give a fuck about Star Wars.
Like I don't much either.
Like
this is coming from someone who's watched the movies too and a bunch of series. Like I think I've gone to the whole roundabout of me not caring.
Like Star Wars is one of those things where I see like they're releasing a game or like a movie or like, and I'm just like, I'm just not going to check that out. I'm just not going to bother.
At some point, you just get fatigued. I don't know. Expansive perpetuity. Like there are some. How can I say it? There are some properties where if they're kept in perpetuity, it can be fine.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it was a single player thing that was going on and you're like, yeah, fine. But the nature of a universal multi-property that has so many links in different directions completely going like indefinitely is it just gets exhausting.
I think one of the keys is to keep it to like one medium. You know, because like
yeah, okay, I can see that.
Because like if you want to get into something, but then you learn you have to like go watch a show and then go watch a movie and then go read a book and then go hunt down this like obscure like audio play from like 20 years ago. It's like, okay, what the fuck? Marvel
caught that memo when it's like started making its TV dramas kind of like a little too akin to the movies, and even then it's like, even if you're keeping it to one medium, it's just like you understand like how much you should like leave one property alone to be its own thing. Like the idea of just like linking it to a greater universe each and every single time, it just gets tiring because it feels like you just increase the amount of homework you have to continue being invested in a universe.
And I think that I was thinking about this like earlier this week. I think this is a huge mistake Remedy is making.
And that is
like trying to connect all of their like franchises to like the Control universe.
Oh yeah, Alan Wake and
I think it is because like I'm remembering like Alan Wake 1. Like back then, like one of the good things about that game is like the fact that they never explain to you what the thing is. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They just keep calling
Yeah,
it
don't explain the horror.
they just keep calling it the darkness, and they tell you there is like a thing called the darkness under the lake, and like any work of art that is created near it turns into like becomes real. So it keeps trying to trap writers to like write a story where it escapes. But like they never tell you what the darkness is. It's just like a thing that exists like on the bottom of the lake.
And then it loses its magic because it's trying to over-explain what it is.
Yeah, and now there is like an FBI agency that is like his entire job is to classify and like catalog this kind of stuff. And he's like that can work for some stuff, for some kinds of stories, but I think for like the particular kind of horror that Alan Wake was going for, kind of like misses the point.
Yeah, trying to make a multiversal, or not multiversal, but like just a expansive universe for a property really just depends on like what you're going for. Like for a horror, it wouldn't really make sense. Like if they made an Alien Isolation sequel and then they told me, and now the Predator is going to be in here, I'd be like, what? What? What?
They keep
Why?
trying to make that happen, and people like it for some reason.
And you're just like, okay, I get it, but those are two different kinds of horror. One is like you're being hunted down by a pretty tactical, smart, like hunter-esque character, where one is like a primal force that just doesn't operate like on higher thought other than its instincts.
I don't
And
know.
it's like if you had to balance the two together,
I feel like a predators
know.
are really easy to escape. It's like, oh no, I broke both my legs. I am not worthy prey anymore. Oh no.
yeah, but like imagine like an Alien Isolation sequel where you had both to deal with.
Yeah.
It would be too clashing. If it was just like you trying to escape a hunter, then cool.
Yeah.
That could kind of work. But it's just like in the terms of like trying to make an expansive universe where everything is so involved, it's like you don't want a situation where people have to like look into other things that they might be haphazard, like not half invested in, and then go back to your property with a level of fatigue going like, all right, I'm caught up on everything else.
Yeah.
Because people do that because they're just like, oh, but it's necessary to fully enjoy the next thing. Is like debatable. If anything, it can make you have some resentment to the new thing.
Yeah. Like, I need to bonk someone.
No problem. I'll keep talking as the dead air goes. How's everyone in chat? I forgot there's also delay. Well, technically, the alien and predators are part of the same. They are. What I'm saying is just like in a situation where to be fair, like also with control and stuff, right? They're in the same universe.
Yeah.
But it's just like if there's things that are slightly different in the tone, even if they're going parallel, like they're both kind of like one's more thriller and one's also more horror-ish, right? So it's like trying to get all these different avenues to kind of coexist can kind of start ruining the mystique, and not necessarily mystique in like Alien's case, but just like some of what the charm of the first thing is when you're trying to include this other thing, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want a jam sandwich. Sometimes you don't want to add peanut butter. Crazy.
Yeah.
I do tend to like PB&J, but hell, let a person do it.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to like, yeah, because like I feel like not only the fact that Alan Wake is a horror story, but the fact that it is like specifically kind of like a Lovecraftian kind of horror.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is like kind of like incomprehensible on its scale and what it's doing.
You can't fathom the threat versus the problem with control is let's try to combat the threat.
Yeah.
And like understand the threat,
Yeah. That
I don't even know how Quantum Leap or Quantum Break.
Quantum Break.
One of them's Quantum Break. I forgot because like two of them rhyme. Alan Wake, Quantum Break. Control breaks the sequence though. But yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, this reminds me of like a post I saw the other day on Tumblr. Someone was talking about like, people need to get more creative. Oh, like the Lovecraftian stuff, because technically it's just anything you cannot understand. You can get more creative. It doesn't need to be an octopus every time.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
someone replies, I was trying to create like a creative Lovecraftian enemy for a D&D campaign I was running, and I decided on a gorilla that is always like slightly wider than the room you're in. Like, it doesn't matter what room you're in, the gorilla is always a
Okay.
little bit wider.
If I wanted to think of like Lovecraftian that doesn't follow the necessary like sea theming that tends to be very prevalent in a lot of people's adaptations, you can actually look at Hunter x Hunter's manga, and like there are some horrific designs, and some that are just weird. There's like in the Hunter x Hunter universe, there's a labyrinth, and there's this being who's just got a human body, but they've got like a sphere head with protrusions, and like if you're near them, you instantly like get an illness or something, or you just die,
Yeah.
and like no one knows how to talk to it, and it might understand intelligent speech and stuff, but it's just terrifying. There's also just like stands in there, and one guy's stand is just like a mass of like flesh that is like just boobs,
Damn.
and it's like horrifically ugly. Then there's
The gate
another
of
one in his
Booby, man.
clan. There's another one that's like really horrific where it's like a woman who's like the halfway anamorph transition of a woman to a horse, and her neck is elongated and her head twists, and I think her mouth is like goes all the way to like the end of her jaw, and it's just like, yeah, those can be very horrific, um akin to Lovecraftian, because it's just like not something your
Yeah.
brain could easily conceptualize off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yes, now Lovecraft has gotten very deep sea in its theming,
And I can
because I think
and
the
like
intrinsic
and like I understand the
correlation with
the
it.
desire to like, like of like doing it about the sea, because like the ocean is weird. Like, if you think about like,
Well, it's the unknown,
how do we
right?
yeah
And
how
that's close to
the fact
home.
that we
Yeah.
know more about space than the fact that we know more that we know
Yeah.
more about space than on the ocean on our own fucking planet.
Well, it's just like the links to the cosmic and to the ocean bed and the species we've never seen and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But the
And,
problem is we
and
keep
again,
relaying Lovecraft to
I
species we
think
have seen.
and again I think that is why Alan Wake works, because in Alan Wake the thing is just like a huge fucking thing at the bottom of the lake. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows how it works. Because like there is a character that is like a creepy lady, right? With a hole in her chest.
Mhm.
But it is very clearly explained to you, like relatively early in the game, that she's just like a puppet for the thing. She's not the thing. She's just like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
corpse that the thing is puppeting. You don't actually see the thing.
Like a conduit.
And
Mhm.
the thing just has a dead the thing just like grabbed a dead woman to use as a phone, basically, to communicate with you. But like, you never actually see the thing. You never actually talk to the thing directly. It's just like a thing at the bottom of the lake. And I think that's why it works, because like, yeah, sometimes there's just like fucked up shit at the bottom of the water. And we don't know. We just don't
Yeah.
know.
There's a thing in Mass Effect called the Hydra, and you're trying to recruit or use it as an asset against the Reapers. And the idea of like a Hydra in space is really cool. And
Yeah.
your mental image is like, oh, maybe it's like a space faring giant like serpent that's terrifying, and somehow the fact that it's eluded our sight makes it even more fascinating. No, you just go to an ocean planet and it just looks like a Reaper mech except biological, and you're like, oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't know. Like
It
that.
talks to you telepathically, and you're like, you're kind of a dick, and it's like, we know, and we're gonna keep being dicks, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
and you leave.
And like, not to toot my own horn too much, but I think I had a dream once that would be a really good base for like a Lovecraftian kind of story if I write it correctly.
Yeah.
Because it is like the dream. The context of the dream is like, what started to happen is that like stuff on space started to disappear. Right?
No, wait.
Hmm?
Don't tell the story on stream.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You've got yeah. Save it, write it. Otherwise, your brain's gonna get the dopamines. Write the short draft.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. There you go. That's something I've learned, where it's like you have to always avoid talking about ideas. Otherwise, your brain just starts releasing the chemicals that are dissatisfied with it.
Listen,
I'll read your first draft if you do it.
sometimes I need to talk about my dreams, Pete. They're just that weird.
I've talked to you. I know that your dreams are weird.
Sometimes I need to talk about the fact that I had a dream once that lasted for several nights because that's something my brain does. I don't know if someone else does that, but sometimes I have dreams that like pause when I wake up and then they continue over several nights.
And
I
that's
don't know-
interesting. I've only had that once, but it's only like for 2 nights, never like once. Like I've had dreams that share a canon. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like fucking episodes and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've had a dream where I had a memory that happened from another dream. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that must have happened. And so, yeah, that threw me off. My least favorite types of dreams are the ones where I wake up in the dream and I think that I've woken up for real, and then I wake up again, and then I'm caught in a loop of that. And then someone has to actually wake me up to snap me out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like
It's
I
a
remember
eternal hell.
I remember once I was reading I spent like I spent until like 4 a.m. reading about like, and it was a long day, so I was really sleepy. But I stayed up until like that time, just like reading about like weird like like medieval like Christian sects and Gnosticism and stuff like that. And then I went to bed, and I started and I spent like a week having like the fucking weirdest dream where it's like it is revealed that like like in the dream you learn that like the whole thing that happened, the whole like Bible thing, that was a trick, because what happens is that like their archangels are bad, right? And God died a long time ago, and what happened is that like the reason because Satan was Michael originally, right? Satan was Michael originally, and what happened is that Satan got tired of the plan they had to like dominate humanity, and he like like he betrayed the other archangels. So another angel took the role of Michael, because Michael is like a role, not a name, on this universe. And then you have to like and then there is like a team up. There is like a little party that forms out between like Satan, Judas, the body of Moses that according to the Bible never goes bad. Because according to the Bible, when apocalypse happens, Moses hasn't decomposed yet. And like Sophia, who is like in like Gnostic philosophy, she's like the female aspect of God and the incarnation of knowledge. And they had to team up to take down the archangels, but eventually the archangels like they become the 4 like riders of the apocalypse, and it's really weird. And they wake up the demiurge, and it's like it was a really fucking weird dream. And sometimes you have to talk about that shit.
I feel like you have told me about that. I feel like you've already told me about that.
It was a really, because like why did my brain spend a week showing me that? And that is the part where like you have to like admit that we are very lucky that I am at the Goldilocks zone of being crazy, right?
Well, you haven't, yeah.
I know it sounds insane, but I am in the Goldilocks zone of being crazy, because I am crazy enough to like think, like imagine stuff like that, or my dreams, but I am not crazy enough to believe that it's God talking to me. Because
the cosmos is beaming into your brain.
Because if someone had a dream about like the archangels being bad and all that stuff, and they were just a little bit crazier than me, that would be a cult. That wouldn't be a story. That would be a cult.
You know what you could make them drink? You could make them drink G Fuel, because now it's gone out of business. The ether that's now denied to us. G Fuel's dead. I completely forgot about that.
Long live gamer subs, I guess.
Yeah, they were just like, after shaking up the rules and fueling that grind, we're bankrupt. It's like, oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, G Fuel.
And like the other day, I don't know if I can talk about it on stream, because it involves a lot of like Germany in the 1940s. So I don't know how stream friendly it is, but I had a really weird dream about like a plot involving like a defector faction like hiding chemical weapons around the place and then reusing them again, and they're actually using like corporations as a front for that. And it is like, if I was just a little bit crazier, that would be a conspiracy theory, not a story. You know? Like, I'm just crazy enough to imagine that, but not crazy enough to believe it is real. So we are like in the Goldilocks zone to be a good
The
writer.
Goldilocks. Okay.
The Goldilocks zone of crazy, where I can be a good fiction writer.
The Stephen King element. Just stay away from
Because
nose candy.
because if I was just a little bit crazier, I would take that stuff and I would write it as non-fiction. And that is
Oh,
the
God.
problem. That is the problem.
Oh well, you'd be like the Catalica woman who made the board game and told people that the sun was talking to her.
Yeah.
That would be pretty tragic, being your friend. I like to imagine in this world, you're still doing the podcast, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just too either tired or for the shit disturbing fun, like finding it hilarious for you to go on.
Yes, yeah. Explain to me how the black people are stealing the sun from the white people. As like,
Yeah, and how it's vegetarian if you eat them or something. The Catalica lady is like really crazy.
yeah,
She is
that is not me saying racist
leagues
stuff.
above.
That is
Yeah,
that,
she is.
that is not me saying
Yeah.
racist stuff. That is me quoting an insane person. There was like this
Yeah.
board game called Catalica, and the lady making it went like a fucking like weird fucking rant about like the sun, the power of the sun, and the black people are stealing the power of the sun, and like and it is
No,
vegetarianism.
the first announcement she just said the sun stuff.
Yeah.
But then like I think feeding through updates, people were getting maybe racist vibes, and then she talked about how like her board game, which was funded and was doing well by all metrics, was canceled, and how like this weird governmental conspiracy was against her, bringing out the game and praying for her downfall and failure, and bizarrely linking to people of darker skin color.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
No,
wild.
she
A noble hunter.
yeah, she never said black people. She was just talking about like melanin. She never said black
I think
people
the funniest part
explicitly.
I think the funniest part of that post is she does a side where she's like, and I am not racist because my neighbors, my downstairs neighbors, have assured me I'm not racist,
And I have
or something to that.
my neighbors
effect.
are black and I haven't eaten them yet, so I'm not racist.
You're just like sitting there, it's like, dog, I just wanted to play a board game.
Yeah,
I don't know
because
what the fuck you're talking about.
because she starts talking about how some people aren't actually people, so like eating them is like vegetarian.
Yeah,
And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
it is like
Like you
it is wild to see the mental breakdown and restructuring of a human being over like the course of years with a very little in between.
Yeah. It's like,
And she's like one of the most fascinating case studies on that.
oh my god. Speaking of bad games,
Yeah.
do you remember The Quiet Man? I just remembered that.
Yes, I do remember the Quiet Man. The whole point being like the first run there would be no sound in the game because it was to emulate you being a deaf person. And it was like cinematic looking.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
And they also miss the point of being deaf because you don't hear anything. But like there are parts of the game where you are reading stuff and they don't show you what you're reading, and it's like deaf people can read. If you are trying to like give us the same amount of if you are trying to give us the same amount of information as the protagonist, if that is your intent, you can show us the stuff he's reading because he is getting that information like all of us do.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Well,
show
it
us
depends on
something.
how they convey it.
And like also
I'm trying to keep it in
also you can like put subtitles. You can put subtitles on like when someone is, because there's a point where someone is using like sign language with him and they don't put subtitles, and he's like, you know that the main character is understanding what is going on right now because
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, the worst part is just like they implemented sound design in the game. You have to unlock it for the second run, which is an interesting idea, but like, what am I supposed to do as I play the game? Am I just supposed to hear nothingness? Like, I get that that's sort of the point, but it's a very off-putting experience.
yeah.
Because the likeliness is the average person isn't going to just play the game while it's completely silent. They're probably just going to put on background noise.
Yeah.
So like it's tough. I do find an interesting idea of emulating a disability
Yeah.
in conveyance, but it's like I don't know. I don't feel like this was. I feel like you'd have to make some sort of substitution for the player to engage with to make up for that thing that you're
Yeah,
taking away from
because
them.
like
You
there's
know?
actually a really good game. I don't remember the name of the game, but I do remember playing it, and it's really good. And the point is like to like try to emulate the experience of being blind. So what the game does is that it has like incredible sound design, right? It has like incredible like positional sound,
Mm-hmm.
and you are supposed to be like driving a car, and you have to use the sound to like move between the lanes, to like. It is very simple, like gameplay wise. You only move like left or right, but you have to use like the position of the sound to try to guess like, okay, what lane am I supposed to like be going to like avoid the cars that are coming and stuff like that. And it's really cool. And I feel like that kind of experience is like more conducive for this kind of like a, you know, like experience and a disability kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Like the Quiet Man just didn't get too many good reviews, just because like it also, if I remember correctly, the gameplay loop just was also kind of mediocre.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. So, like
What
I don't
year
know.
did
I
the
feel
game come
like
out?
if you're if you're making something and your whole point is the message, like I don't know. I feel like a game is a very tough thing if you don't have like an interesting, engaging thing to like convey that message. If that message can be done in like in an interactive experience to drive the point home, sure. And I'm sure like I'm sure like if a talented enough director got their hands on the idea of a deaf pro tag and they wanted to emulate that, that could work. But this wasn't it. And like my brain goes like, I feel like this is trying to emulate some sort of like indie film or
Oh
something of the
my
same nature
god.
and just failing.
I just learned something crazy.
What?
The studio that made The Quiet Man,
Mm-hmm.
they got bought by Microsoft, they changed their name, and they made Redfall. It's like, okay.
Not only
And then they
not
died.
only do not only do we hear no evil, we see no evil over here. And then
Yeah.
we die. God, that's so wild. I would have never guessed that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Those are two completely different experiences and they both like fell on their face, but like Redfall was like way worse of a failure to be
Yeah.
having.
But I think Redfall's
Like at least Quiet Man is forgettable. Redfall is like you remember Redfall. I was like, yeah, that thing that died terribly.
yeah. And yeah, you look at like the games developed, and it's like 2018, The Quiet Man, and then as Roundhouse Studios, 2023, Redfall. It's like, okay, that's that's tragic. And they also made the first Prey game. You remember Prey before it was sci-fi?
Before it got rebooted, yeah. I mean to be fair, I've been told the first Prey game was really good.
Yeah, it's really good. It is good.
And then I remember seeing like the footage of the tests for Prey 2 and that looked really cool in what it was trying to do and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the first Prey game was like also like the first time like a video game developer making a game about Native Americans actually like hire Native Americans to like do like
For
consulting.
consultation. You mean the very first time? Yeah, probably.
And they
The only
actually
other
hired
time I can remember
and
is
they actually
AC3 for like combat moves.
yeah, but that was like 12 years like 6 years later.
Yeah, no, that's the only. I'm just saying that's the only other example I can
Yeah.
really remember. I don't know too many other instances of Native American representation in video games like going pretty.
And they actually hired people from like the correct tribe. Crazy. They actually like the tribe.
Oh, that's dope.
They actually like because like the character from the protagonist from the game is like a member of a real tribe. And they actually hired people from that tribe. And the story of the game like incorporates very specific elements about like the spiritual beliefs of that particular tribe.
That's rad. It's really good to like dig up that culture and just like
But there's no aliens
let it be known. Yeah,
and
I do remember
portals.
that because I remember the Prey 2 footage had like a guy holding a hostage,
That game is
like an
crazy.
alien as a hostage.
That game is crazy. Like Prey
Hmm?
1, Prey 1 is kind of like it is all over the place. But it's a good game, but it is like a little bit
Mm.
crazy, a little bit like schizo. Like we're doing this, no, we're doing that.
Well, that's fine. As long as it's fun.
Yeah, no, it's a good game. I like it. And it was also like because they only made like it has a very particular look because like the engine they used to make Doom 3, they only made like 4 games on that engine. And it has a very unique look. So like you can tell it's one of those 4 games. Like it is either Doom 3, Quake 4, or Prey. Those are the only 3 games on that engine. So you can very like because they had like a the philosophy for that engine was like real time all the time, right? So they weren't doing like any like baking. They weren't doing like any like pre-calculation for like reflections or like lighting. But the thing is like it was 2006. Nobody was going to do ray tracing, right? So what happens if you do like you don't do any baking for the lighting? What happens is like all the shadows are like completely black because there is absolutely nothing as far as like bouncing formation. So it gives the games a very like stark look. Like same thing for reflections. There are basically no reflections anywhere. You see like the shiny, but you don't see any reflections. Because again, like there is no ray tracing. It's 2006, but they are not making any reflections either. Like everything has to be real time. So like there's no reflections because you cannot do reflections in real time. So they just didn't put them in. Like it has a very unique look. Well, anything else we have for today?
Do we have anything else for today? Well,
Or
your
do
prey,
or do I
yours have been answered. This podcast is over.
do I start chewing on the wall to see if we can get out before the next week?
Yeah, I mean, there's an asbestos sign. I don't know if you want to be doing that.
I mean, I haven't
Okay.
died. I haven't died in like 20 years. Maybe it's like
All right.
maybe it's like to
Well-
do it again. It's like overdue.
Well, as Candy chews the walls, check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. That's youtube.com/@nocturne or the Twitch. My title is in the link. Or my link is in the title. I'm so tired. Follow Candy on her Twitch and YouTube to see her past podcasts, clips, and podcasts. And check her Blue Sky for her organized thoughts or join her Discord to see her disorganized thoughts. Well, we call them thoughts. It might be more like inane rambling. The bot will leave all the links provided. And if you have such feedback for the podcast, like you, take it away, Candy.
Please stop trying to do illegal stuff on US facilities.
On what? Oh, right. Well, our response would be Candy is the one who chains Nick around and does this, so it's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, we're going to the Pentagon next week.
Oh, no. We did see an alien, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but it wasn't hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just like a little guy with a big head.
He was nice. He pushed him down the stairs.
Yeah, because it looked funny.
You literally went... Woman, you are 6 foot tall. You literally screamed and went, ew, icky, and pushed him down a flight of stairs. I don't know if he's dead or not.
That'll be fine. They have like they can do like speed travel. They can probably like figure out like how to like put his bones back together. Do they even have
I don't know.
bones?
He was twitching and some green liquid was coming out. I hope that wasn't his blood.
Do they even have bones?
You know, now that I think about it, we should have probably checked if he was going to be okay.
Yeah. I don't think you can be charged. I don't think you can be charged for murder if you kill an alien. And like,
That's true.
and like, is that? I don't think it's like cruelty to animals either. I think there's no crime. I think you can just kill aliens.
I don't know if you should be speaking as our defense. All right, get chewing on the bars. I'll sit here.
Yeah. You can use the toilet. I will not look.
No, I'm trying to shake off the syringes you injected in. Oh fuck! Here we go again with this shit. Bye, Candy. Love you.
Bye bye. So yeah, that will be all for today. I didn't talk about my week because it's been kind of like this week. Like I don't want to get a lot into it, but and the reason I didn't stream is because this week fucking sucked. a lot of stuff happened. Almost none of it good. So I didn't really have the energy or the time to like stream. I didn't really have the energy or the time to stream. I do want to get back into the swing of things. I think like maybe like having a schedule and having like a thing like going will help me like clear my mind from like the chaos that is going on in my life right now. So I do want to like try to like actually get into like the swing of things next week. I will let you guys know. Hopefully I can like hopefully next week will not be as miserable as this week. You know, you just gotta get through the week. Just gotta get through the week. That's how you survive in this life. You just gotta get through the week. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good time. I hope my Twitter isn't creeping you out too much. I hope my Twitter isn't creeping you out too much. And you know it's going to get worse when Marvel Rivals gets updated. So I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just getting you guys know from the get-go that it's going to get worse. Yeah, but that being said, again, thank you everyone for stopping by. And I will see you again. Hopefully Monday. I will try to like do something on Monday. I will try to do something on Monday. Hopefully we can get something done on Monday. Because I do really want to like maybe like I think a schedule may help me like control the chaos that is going on in my life a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that being said, again, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you have a good day, good night, good rest of your time zone, and I'll see you again soon. So bye bye. And it's probably for the best that you forget I have a Twitter. My Twitter is not a safe place. My Twitter is nasty, it is crusty, it is not a safe environment to be on. So yeah, bye bye. Bye bye everyone. I'll see you again soonish. Hopefully. Bye bye. Yeah, I always bring it. I always like mention it at the worst possible time. Yeah. Hey, but that's the experience. That's the PanickingCandy experience. You never know what's going to happen. And when it happens, it's probably bad. That's the experience. Okay. Bye bye.